You are about to experience the Drunken Peasants podcast, the greatest podcast in human history. Please recognize that this podcast is designed to be amusing and entertaining, and thus we engage in satirical comments, exaggerations, and even dirty jokes. If you are offended by such things, please go away and die. If you enjoy this podcast, we ask that you help to support its existence by contributing to our Patreon at patreon.com/DP. Contributors get regular access to monthly private shows, special commentaries, Google Hangouts with the peasants, and more. If you don't want to do that, you can also support the show by visiting audibletrial.com/drunkenpeasants to get a free audiobook and access to over 150,000 audiobook titles, including great selections on science and skepticism. And if you shop on Amazon.com, we strongly urge you to use one of the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of our videos. You can help support the show simply by using our link to buy things you were going to buy anyway. Now that we've got all that shit out of the way, sit back and enjoy the show.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants Podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey, man. You got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist? It's okay.
You're nothing, KJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be light.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 218, still on the fucking Amazing Atheist channel.
Yeah, man. You hurting my subscriber metrics and shit. Fuck.
Thank you, Tommy. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor.
Man.
You know, that was kind of funny when he was doing his stream.
Yeah. I was in there.
Yeah, I was watching you. Chat with him while
Honestly,
he was live.
he was less annoying than his fans were.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
His fans were in there like, you a baby, Amazing Atheist. You a fucking crybaby. It's like, oh my God, I'm not the one doing this giant broadcast right now.
He's also he's doing a legal defense fund before anything legal has even happened.
We haven't filed a suit or anything, but there's already a legal defense fund against us.
It's a obvious money
for
$100,000.
I
mean,
yeah.
I've never seen a more obvious money grab.
Hey, he doesn't have to do that. He's rich. Dude.
Oh, I see.
He's wealthy. Come on, Ben.
He's wealthy.
Come now.
Yeah, but it was funny because...
But, I'm supposed to be talking to Tommy this weekend, apparently.
Well, it's funny because he spent, like, over an hour being like, oh, I wish they'd call in. They're too afraid to. And then, like, the very moment TJ was like... I'll come on. What's your Skype? He's like, I don't trust you. He starts delaying. He's like, I don't trust giving you my Skype. Give me yours. And then finally,
well, in all fairness, I didn't trust giving. I guess I trusted giving him my Skype, but I wasn't about to post it in a chat room full of people.
Sure. And then finally, after like 15 minutes of the Skype garbage, then he's like, oh, it's too late. We'll have to do it another time. And it was supposed to be, I think, today, but now it's going to be tomorrow, right?
I don't know. He said it's either going to be Saturday or Sunday, so we're gonna work that out together, and we'll figure it out.
Why so much stalling?
Well, he was in fairness to him, he said he's going on some kind of trip somewhere, and he's only getting back today.
He is going on a spiritual journey.
Whatever.
Into the mind of Tommy.
I mean, I'm not trying not to talk too much shit because I'm going to try to actually fucking get this guy to see
TJ the Peacemaker.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a diplomat, man. I'm trying to be diplomatic.
This is your last fucking chance, diplomat.
Should I fucking punch you in the face, Scotty?
Go ahead.
Already my diplomacy skills are appalling.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is not the greatest diplomacy display that I've ever seen. How about
Well,
I
you
punch
know.
you in the face,
How I punch you in
Scotty?
the face, bitch?
I didn't say I was good at it. I mean,
Clearly not. Supposed to be a fucking diplomat, and you fucking threaten the person you're supposed to be negotiating with, TJ.
yeah, what a fuck up.
If I'm gonna threaten Tommy, if I'm gonna call him, Tommy, listen up, bitch! I'm gonna whoop your ass. You don't fucking change this fucking shit and retract this fucking false DMCA claim immediately.
See, I'm gonna try to be a little nicer than that. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, we'll see.
We shall see.
So where's this gonna take place at?
I guess that we're just going to talk on Skype. I don't know if he's broadcasting on one of his channels or if he's just going to record it and put it up later or whatever. I'll probably record it as well, just to make sure that it's not edited when he puts it up or something. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Well, we haven't really had a chance to talk about how we're going to do this, so stay tuned, I guess. Stay-tuned.
Stay-tuned.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I've asked him to drop the DMCA before we have our conversation in a gesture of good faith, and he seemed like he was at least considering that, but we'll see.
He didn't do it.
I mean, he hasn't done it yet. I don't know. I'm not going to write it off.
Yeah, maybe you can see reason. I don't know. Who knows?
But, you know, the longer this goes on, the less amicable the situation is going to be. So we'll see we'll just see how it plays out, you know?
Didn't he get false DMCA'd by someone?
Yeah, I mean, he's lost 40 channels, so you'd figure that he would know better than most people why you don't do shit like this.
Yeah, I mean, didn't he get false DMCA'd recently?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so.
And that's our fault, obviously, right?
No, it's not.
That's what he was saying.
Well, he said it's
We
my
didn't tell anyone to do it.
He said it's my
Right.
fault because we sent people to his video. I mean, I never said flag him.
We never
but he's
said
like,
that.
well, you knew what your audience is going to do. No, I didn't.
No.
I don't even know if it was my audience because apparently, I mean, like Tommy has a bunch of enemies all over the place. So how he can be so certain it was one of ours? You know, I don't buy this idea that
Even if it was, we had nothing to do with it.
right. And he's like, well, you didn't condemn it, so I went ahead and put a video up on Drunken Peasants condemning it.
I condemn it.
I condemn it too. I don't believe in it.
I condemn doing the shitty thing that Tommy did to us being done to him.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly my point. It's like, you know, yeah, we condemn it. Meanwhile, you engage in it.
Right.
So
you have no right to complain about it.
But I don't know. Somehow his fans see it differently.
Like they see it as in like Tommy can do whatever the fuck
Yeah,
he wants.
they're totally biased. Of course they see it in his favor.
Well, I guess he'd just say the same thing about us.
But
But I think we actually have a leg to stand on.
But
though.
he actually did flag us personally, and we didn't have anything to do with
Okay,
his flag.
you know what? No, I don't think if we came on this show and said to our audience, "Oh, by the way, we false flagged Tommy," that they would be like, "Yay, that's wonderful."
Yeah, I think our audience would be like, "God damn, guys, that's fucked up."
Yeah.
So that's a difference. Tommy's audience is just eating it up. Yeah, you have every right to fucking flag them.
Fucking white boys.
Oh, that's par for the course for him.
Yeah, I notice like he'll throw those in there every now and then just to kind of like keep it going.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know what he's hoping to achieve. I mean, it just doesn't. I don't even get the reference. Like white boy, it's like okay, we're white, so what? You've said it 1,000 times.
It's like if we do
get some new fucking slang.
Like we're the representatives for white people for some reason. Like if we do something, he'll be like, apparently white boys think you can do this.
Well, he stopped calling us white boys. Now he seems to be more geared towards calling us white liberals.
White liberals.
Oh, yeah.
These white liberals, you know.
What a buzzword.
And they
Look at this Paul's ego guy, typical white liberal, fat and out of touch with reality.
He describes us as pro-black. These pro-black white liberals.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
But that's, you know, before the line was they're racist against me because I'm black, but now we're pro-black, so I don't know.
but we're not. I mean, we're not anti-black and we're not pro-black. We're just pro-good people, you know, like,
or at least interesting ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't know. It makes no sense. I don't really get where he's coming from, but hopefully if I actually sit down in conversation with him, maybe I can figure out what his mindset actually is.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I could delve into the consciousness.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm skeptical, but hey, whatever.
Journey
I'm
to the
super-
center of the Tommy.
I'm super skeptical because the more I watch Tommy, the more I see Brett Keane, and
Exactly.
I know exactly what talking to Brett Keane accomplishes. Absolutely fucking nothing.
Well, he's got to be a little smarter than Brett because he's actually been able to maintain a large audience.
He is, but he still does the same kind of like slimy shit. Like this fucking fundraiser. That's just him making money, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like,
how dare you say that, Ben?
It is.
I think
so shocked.
I mean, I really think that his thing is like he thinks that like he's really just very offended that we make fun of him on the show, and
Too
so
bad.
he's just like, "Wah." But I mean, like, it's not like it's any fucking thing personal. We don't give a shit one way or the other.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. He can make those videos till the end of time. I just think I have a right to criticize them.
And you do.
Because I don't agree with them.
Right.
But he has the right to do it. I totally respect that right. Anybody who fucking flags his shit, I'm against them.
We have no problem with him making response.
But I'm against him flagging our shit too.
Yeah.
And I'm against him categorizing it as his content when it's clearly ours.
How many videos have we played where people have taken clips from this show and made fun of us and said we're fucking total idiots, and we were like, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
We didn't. The first thing wasn't, let's go out and file a false fucking DMCA and shut this small channel down. Everyone better agree with the drunken peasants on every single thing we fucking say, or they're going to be flagged.
I've seen channels that post clips of our shit, just whole cloth.
Yep.
Don't even care. I mean, like, I don't even think we filed false DMCAs.
No.
I don't think we even filed DMCAs against those.
Well, I mean, if it was whole cloth, it wouldn't be a false DMCA.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be a legit DMCA, but we haven't even done that.
No, we have not filed. Drunken Peasants has not filed a DMCA against
the only way
anyone.
we would do it is if someone was literally like, I'm going to take their episode, steal them whole cloth, and just resell them.
There was one channel that was like literally just re-uploading all of our videos, and I let them know that we'd like them to stop, or eventually we may have to do that, and they just stopped.
Do you notice that ever since Paul fucked up whole cloth and made a big spectacle out of fucking it up, it gets used a lot more around the show?
Yeah, and are you guys using it improperly as a fucking jab at me, or are you guys just using it improperly?
We're using it properly, man. Whole cloth.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, that means like the whole thing.
Doesn't
man.
mean yeah.
No, that means made up.
Take the whole thing.
Yeah, means like
take the whole thing, Paul.
Take it all, man.
Take it all.
Whole cloth.
Whole cloth.
Or to make, I mean, it means to make something up just from off the top of your head. Yeah.
Yes.
It's just like the entire thing is fiction. Yeah.
Anyway, though, yeah, we want our fucking channel back. This is bullshit.
But I think that
free
other
DP.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping that like the thing I'm gonna say to him is like, look, even if you still want to challenge us, like, why don't you just fucking give us a content ID strike? Because then YouTube can still mediate this dispute, but meanwhile our entire channel isn't fucked up in the process. You know, we're not saying you don't have a right to dispute this shit. If you really feel like this is not fair use, you know, let's fucking get that decided, but we don't need a fucking DMCA to do it. There's other tools at your disposal that don't, like, cripple our entire fucking YouTube channel.
Yeah, the video that you DMCA'd that was actually a video response to us that we were responding to.
Yeah, which I feel even gives us greater rights.
I know.
But
I know. It's ridiculous.
But anyway, enough Tommy Sotomayor shit. Let's move on to something more pleasant.
All right.
Troll.
Yep.
Let it troll. Let it troll.
Okay, people. So what I want to tell you right now is I'm not living a very great life, okay? I'm living like a terrible life.
Yeah.
I live in a 2-story, 4-bedroom house with a Jetta and a stupid little poodle dog. Like, it's not even a...
Hold on, did we already watch this one?
No, we didn't. But this is a troll.
Why?
This is clearly a troll.
Yeah, this is somebody who's trying to get people riled up by being super entitled, rich little white girl.
Should I play another one since that one was so easy?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Here, let me pull one up really quick.
Easily identified as a troll.
Immediate.
All right, this one, I think we've played this guy before. I don't know. I'll just play it.
Let it roll. It's a fucking troll.
He's watching people fart.
That seems like a troll.
Wait till he comes on the screen.
Okay.
I mean, that's a pretty respectable fart. I'm not gonna lie. What?
Okay. Come on camera. Let's see what you look like.
Hey, I'm making a YouTube video, and I'm letting y'all know.
Alrighty.
And I'm not giving up. This is my March thing. White guys fart in my face matters. 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 White guys fart
Such a
in my
troll.
face matters.
Would you fart in this guy's face, TJ?
No.
Why not?
But, what's with the repetition? Like, did they have nothing else to say about it?
I've seen probably 3 or 4 of this guy's videos, and every one of them is about how he wants white guys to fart in his face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
I don't know, dude. This is a tough one for me because I really get the feeling that this guy is just a crazy person that really likes white guys farting in his face.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with not a troll. I agree with Paul.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with not a troll on this one too, because I do
White
remember
guys
this dude.
fart in my face matter. Say it with me. White guys fart in my face matters. White guys fart in my face matters. White guys fart in my face matters. White guys fart in my face matter.
All right, we're over it.
Okay, not a troll. Not
Yeah.
a troll.
Not a troll.
What a strange human being.
I would like to say too that like if he wants to get in touch with you guys and come to the meetup in April, like I will blow a giant nasty fart right in his face. I'll do it. Like so, if you're watching out there,
matters.
crazy guy.
White guys fart in my face.
Matters. It matters to him, so it does matter. You know?
So did you
But
guys
does not matter. It's gas.
So when are you guys doing this fucking weigh-in?
Tonight,
yeah.
I guess.
I'm ready.
Shit.
Tonight.
Maybe like halfway through the show.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
We'll do it.
Well, TJ, you shouldn't have taken that big fat dump before the show.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
TJ.
you're right.
Should have held that on deck.
Yeah, maybe you're right about that.
Yep.
Oh well.
Yeah, I haven't shat today yet, dude. So I've got at least 3 or 4 pounds worth of fecal matter in me.
Oh man.
Quick reminder, after the show, we are going to record the post show, and it will be available to listen to on SoundCloud for free.
For free.
Probably anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes after the end of the live show. So
Yeah.
check that out.
A lot of people have been telling me they like the post show.
The last one was a half hour long, and you know, we responded to one of Tommy Sotomayor's videos. Maybe we'll find something else good to play tonight.
We shall
I've
see.
been on every post show, and every post show has been awesome. Like there isn't one that we've done that I was like, that post show was kind of lackluster. They're all fucking good.
Should we play the post show theme song for everybody just so they can hear it?
Oh, dude, yes.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So good.
Just so you know what you're missing. You're missing this theme song for one thing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I even play it as an outro because it's that great. All right, here it is. We're all stars now. In the post show, we're all stars now. In the post show.
I feel like my life is complete now.
In the post show.
I want them to record that entire song.
Well, that would be too long to play at the beginning of the
but I just want it for my own personal use. I want to jerk off to it.
Okay.
This exists because of me. Ah!
Wow.
Yeah.
You're the father of creation, TJ.
Yeah. I used to think that there were satellites that were stealing all of my ideas.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's diagnosable.
Yep.
All right.
I used to think I was the source of all creation, but I'm less egotistical now.
That sounds like Evan LaFavor type shit.
Yeah, I recovered.
I went through a period of time where I really did feel like people were stealing my shit. Because
Me
like I
too.
would come up with this idea. Like I had this idea for a sci-fi movie where everybody like gets on a giant, I was going to call it Ark. And it was going to be like this giant spaceship of floating humanity, you know what I mean? And then like a week after I had this idea, I saw the trailer for Titan AE, that shitty fucking movie that's basically the same plot.
Was it like Ark? It was supposed to be like Noah's Ark type thing. Yeah. It's kind of a cool
Yeah,
name.
man, I hate them stealing our shit, man. Satellites.
Man,
dude.
you guys are too much
Satellites.
alike. You guys are too much alike.
Satellites.
I came up with this great idea. There's no way possible anyone else could have thought of it.
Like Dolph
They gotta
Ziggler,
be
dude.
stealing it.
Dolph
So that's some total neckbeard shit.
I know. Why don't you go write about it on Reddit or something? Jesus.
Hey, I didn't
Christ.
say it was true. I just said it was like an impression I got at a certain age. Like I felt like I was coming up with ideas, and then I would see movies that were exactly
Wow,
like it,
so
like a year
you
later.
and someone else on a planet of 7 billion people had a fucking similar idea. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
Before we get into the news segments, quick reminder. Caseytron will be on Monday the 28th.
People are pissed about that, man.
That's why I'm going to keep bringing it up.
People are
Why
like
so upset?
There's some, I was reading some fucking shit where people were like, I ain't watching that one.
Stop liking things I don't like.
We don't even like her.
They
We're
should-
going to be mean to her.
Yeah, I
should
mean,
watch.
like,
Don't you want to watch us be mean to Caseytron? Yeah, you do.
no. They get mad when we have her on. They get mad when we're mean to her. They're
Also, if she's so bad, why is that episode so highly rated?
it's our third most viewed episode that we've ever had.
Yeah, so if you guys don't like it, quit rewarding her from having big tits by clicking on the fucking episode. It's your guys' fault.
I would just like to state that I'm going to treat Caseytron as a perfect gentleman. I'm going to conduct myself in a way that shows her that I feel her plight as a woman.
All right, you do that, buddy.
Okay.
I'm gonna call her a cunt.
That's not cool, TJ. That's triggering.
Sorry.
He's gonna call her a bag of cunts.
Maybe I can get some like sensitivity training before she comes on.
Yeah, you
I
should.
think that's probably advisable.
Paul's ego school. Of
I do want to be more diplomatic, you know. Don't diplomats get immunity from doing shit too? It sounds fun.
T-shirts. Get these fucking T-shirts. If you don't already have one.
T-shirt here. Get your T-shirt.
Get your fucking T-shirt.
Eventually, some of these shirts, may stop being printed.
Yeah, I think this is probably the last time you
For a
get
lot
a
of
mem
these.
shirt.
Got about 10. Yeah.
Jim-
Are we about to send Mim to the old glue factory already?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jim Ass. Get owned by Jim Ass. That's probably gone. TJ's garbage. Maybe.
Yeah, that might be gone.
Yeah,
too, at
yeah,
least for
those.
a while.
Yeah, the other ones
We have a
kind of
ton
have.
of. Oh, I'm sorry.
We should put the band Scotty and band TJ back up too.
Yeah, I think it's about time for those. We need a band, Paul, and we
Yeah.
need to get Paul's little Coolsville shirt up, and
Yeah, so Coolsville, band Paul,
I think we're probably going to turn tonight's episode screen thing into a
our
fucking
thumbnail
shirt.
Yeah,
The Jim-assic part.
Jim-assic part.
Yeah,
So more new awesome shirts coming soon.
coming soon to a T-shirt shop near you. Well,
But not
no,
really.
Just here, actually.
Was it you guys that had the idea that on the Band Paul shirt it should say somewhere on there like made from 100% whole cloth or something? I think that would be pretty good.
On the band Paul shirt, we were just gonna put a little parrot.
It's gonna
on
be a
it.
parrot.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
parrot. That was you guys' idea.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, moving on to the news segment. Glenn Beck says failing to elect Ted Cruz will leave us what?
Leave us will blood on our hands.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
With
Right?
blood.
Leave us will blood on our hands.
I think it means with, but
Yeah.
it says will.
It does say
Jesus
will.
Christ, what is up with the fucking titles of these clips? Anyway, here it is.
It's time to be bold.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Arizona and Utah this weekend for the campaign, and I'm doing it because that's what I can do. Others can do whatever it is you do, but even if it's one person, you be bold. We're on the
I want
Titanic.
to boldly do drugs. We're on the Titanic.
I mean, I just want you to think about these people right here. Like, this woman, for instance, she's having the experience of sitting in, like, a giant beanbag chair, wearing a pearl necklace, and intently listening to fucking Glenn Beck just fucking whisper his insane ramblings while she goes... I mean, like, she's being stirred by this shit. Like, yeah, he really, he's got the keys to my soul.
I just wonder sometimes, like, how often people are gonna fall for this apocalypse shit. Like, Christians fall for it every year. There's some fucking big movement like, Jesus coming back this year. And when it doesn't happen, like, you think next year people would be less likely to fucking fall for it? Glenn's doing the same thing. Like, every election cycle is like, if we don't stop Obama, it's over. The United States is done. And now here it is, one election cycle after Obama, and it's the same shit.
Hey, Paul, you ever stop meeting stupid people?
No.
There you go.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm pretty sure that people have been doing this doomsday shit pretty much for as long as there's been people around. Like, yep, end of the world coming soon. Real soon.
I think once humanity's world expanded beyond like your small little village or town, that's when that really started working, because it's like you don't know what's going on. There's a whole country, a whole place you live in, and like all this shit's going on. You don't know what's going on outside of your little fucking tiny corner of it or tiny place in it.
Yeah, you just fucking blind.
And now we have media, and now we have the fucking mainstream media and social media feeding into all this fucking these fear campaigns. Oh, you should be so afraid of everything. How many minutes to midnight are we?
Yeah, I find myself in the position of like, if I were stupid, right, and I went on Facebook in front of my whole family and friends, and I was like, the end of the world coming, Jesus coming on March 11th, it's happening, it's going down, and then it didn't happen, I'd be a little reticent the next time I heard some fucking apocalyptic fantasy to fucking post it again, but it just keeps happening.
You know, it's always right around the corner, dude. It has to be, because that's how they keep people desperate.
You know, the funny thing is one day they'll probably be right.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, see? It's like, yeah, it doesn't count when you predicted it every year since the fucking beginning of time.
Down. Knock on every single door. They don't want to come? Fine. Don't waste time. The Titanic is going down. But you knock on every single door. Can I tell you about the truth? Can I tell you about the truth? Can I tell you about the truth? Because here's what's...
Okay, if someone knocks on my door and says, can I tell you about the truth, I immediately, like, close that door.
We actually have a sign telling them not to even knock on our door.
Yeah, we do.
So.
I would just be like, did you not read the sign? The sign clearly says, fuck off. It pretty much does.
Coming.
It's
here's
huge,
what's coming.
too.
They don't want...
Like, when I first got to you guys' house, I was afraid to knock, because I didn't know if it was like no uninvited guests, and I was like, was I invited, or did I invite myself? Like, what the fuck do I do? It's a giant sign.
Dude, I had to take it down for Halloween because, like, a bunch of kids thought they weren't allowed to knock on the door, and we already bought candy and shit, so I had to literally take that sign down so that they would, like, knock and get candy and shit.
We used to have a bunch of fucking solicitors come by our house, so we just got so sick of it that I'm like, I'm going to buy a fucking sign that covers pretty much any fucking possible situation. And ever since we put the sign up the last 2 years, almost no one's ever knocked on our door.
Yeah. I think they're scared.
Want to hear it? Up to them. But remember what Ezekiel said.
No, I don't want
you
to, man.
will be held
Nobody gives a fuck.
This is the thing that I...
Unfortunately,
Ezekiel said...
These retards do.
Remember that time Ezekiel stubbed his toe and he was like, shit!
The only reason they care about what Ezekiel said was because, you know, they're supposed to care about what it says in the Bible. Otherwise, like, do they even know anything about Ezekiel?
I thought he was Mormon. Why doesn't he ever fucking cite the Book of Mormon?
Okay, well, so they can enforce their fucking morality on you. Well, see, we're not just being assholes to you because of, you know, we're right. There's actually a fucking old book that tells us we're right, so now we can do whatever we want.
He's not gonna do the Book of Mormon because the Mormons are such a small segment of the population. He's trying to appeal to, like, Christians overall.
Evangelical, crazy Christians.
Look at this sad little audience, man. We get more people to our meetups than this shit.
They probably paid to be there. How much you want to bet it was Glenn Beck they fucking paid?
Gross.
I don't understand from religious people. I just don't...
I think maybe he paid them. They don't even look excited to be there. They're just like...
Oh, like rent a crowd kind of thing?
Get it. To much,
I don't know if I'd call
we
that a
didn't give
crowd.
Much is required.
I've seen more people waiting in line for like a hot dog
I mean,
cart.
in all fairness, this looks like a pretty small fucking studio.
Sure.
Required, not expected, required. Beyond that, Ezekiel talks about these times and says, basically,
I don't give a
everybody-
fuck about Ezekiel.
Fuck Ezekiel. No one gives a shit.
What does that have to do with anything? Show me how this is fucking relevant to to modern times, Glenn Beck. Ezekiel just saw 2016 years into the future.
I don't know why, but Glenn Beck actually goes on like speaking tours and fills like giant auditoriums and shit.
Oh, he's vastly wealthy.
Yeah, and he sold a bunch of books and stuff. So, yeah,
It's amazing anybody who fucking likes Glenn Beck can even read.
In your own way, you're a watchman on the tower. You're a watchman at the gate.
Uh-huh.
And the blood of the people who could have been saved. Now think of this, because we're talking about the rights of all mankind. If America goes down, this isn't hyperbole anymore. This isn't like
don't care about the rights of all
famous Reagan
mankind.
speech that he gave. If we go away, where does anybody go? This is real. If we go away, where is freedom? So
okay,
freedom isn't free.
This group of people that is constantly trying to enforce laws and rules and what they believe is the narrative for like the perfect existence on everyone else around them is going to lecture people about freedom. What a fucking joke.
Where's this idea that America is the only bastion of freedom in the world come from? Like, every other country is just enslaved in whips and chains and getting flogged on their way to work and shit. Like, America going away would not end freedom in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty silly.
Well, it has to play to the message of this audience. The audience probably, if they're actually really interested in his message, care about America's greatness and religion. That's all they give a shit about.
I don't know. Glenn just knows how to talk to people. It's the same thing with like this SJW craze. You know, everybody wants to feel special. So they go see Glenn Beck and he tells them how like the blood of the innocent is on your hands if you don't walk door to door spreading my fucking insane bullshit.
Ted Cruz.
all of the freedom that will be lost, all of the lives that will be lost because we refuse to pay attention on our hands.
Yeah. That was just vague.
Nebula shit's gonna happen. Do what I say. Paul, if you don't do what I say, something bad may happen to you in the near future, potentially.
Ezekiel said, "Better watch out." It's like they say on that show Cops, what you gonna do when they come for you?
Yep.
You know how it goes. Ezekiel.
Let's do this one. Pat Robertson praises Supreme Court blockade. So he's happy. He's happy that we don't. That we're missing one justice in the Supreme Court.
It's all good.
Of course, he doesn't want he doesn't want any liberal rulings.
Well, if Republicans cave, they can kiss the Senate goodbye because the people who support them and vote for them want them to hold firm.
That is
This
actually
man,
true.
this one
That's true.
judge, could vote to say that the Second Amendment is not a personal right, but it has to do with a militia. And if gun ownership deals with the militia, that means that every person in the nation who has a firearm would be at risk. And this is a major issue.
That's extremely unlikely to happen.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't care. Like, even if there was like 9 fucking liberal justices, that still wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
The only way I could see any sort of gun ban happening is if it was a Democratic gun ban, like it was like an issue and people voted on it. I don't think anyone would like the Supreme Court, especially when it comes to guns, because people get really crazy about guns. I don't think
Do
any
they? I
sort
never
of,
noticed that.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're probably just apathetic to it if you didn't notice it.
I didn't notice that. I think gun nuts are pretty reasonable people, dude.
I actually follow some gun nuts on like, Instagram because I really like to hear what the gun nuts have to say. It's kind of funny.
I like the fact that gun nuts are these staunch Second Amendment supporters that hate the topic of the Second Amendment. They wish they could just erase it. Like, they're the ones that want to change the nature of the Second Amendment. The topic of the Second Amendment is a well-regulated militia. They wish that wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, he just went against it just now. Like, they want to say it's only for the militia.
That's all it's for, TJ.
And bears arms.
Yeah, bears arms, man.
Yep.
I mean, we need to get rid of that clause because, you know.
The poor bears.
Yeah. And the poor claws, too.
But there are other things,
The
too.
bear,
But
the bear
it's
arms
amazing.
clause.
The president filibustered against Alito, a great pick. He filibustered against him because he didn't agree with him. Now he's talking
Well,
about...
that's why you'd filibuster. Of course he didn't agree. Obama didn't agree with this fucking asshole, so, like, why did he do that? It's like, that's kind of his fucking job.
Yeah, the Senate won't even, Congress won't even listen to, they won't even do, like, a hearing for this guy. What's the name of the judge Obama wants to appoint?
Merrick?
Merrick, yeah. They won't even do a hearing. They won't even, like, list. They won't even entertain the possibility.
Why would they?
I mean...
what do they have to gain? Look, the Republicans will shut down the government. They will do whatever is necessary to gain what they want. And now they're saying, oh, Obama's a lame duck, so we need to wait.
Yeah, couldn't they just conceivably, like... say, what if Hillary gets it? Are they going to fucking just be like, nope, not until a Republican is back in office do we decide this?
No, they can't wait that long.
No, they said that they would select it after that time, but this president doesn't get to decide.
Right. But I mean, like, if Hillary got elected president, they could not wait until 4 years, you know, to help.
Yeah,
right.
All you gotta do to see if there's merit to one of these complaints is just put the shoe on the other foot. If this was like a liberal Congress holding up a big Republican nominee, fucking, he'd be on here crying about how the Democrats are obstructionists and abusing the system to keep our court one.
It would be.
that's politics.
It would be even worse than that. There'd be like you see like Glenn Beck and Pat Robertson and Bill O'Reilly. They'd be like, "This is the death of freedom in America."
Freedom dies a lot in this country. Who keeps resurrecting it? Because you hear that every fucking year. Oh, freedom is dying. Our freedoms are going away. It's like, you guys don't seem to care about taking away people's freedom in so many instances and so many laws. Like, you guys are the group of people that want to incarcerate someone for 20 years for having a fucking ounce of crack. Because that makes perfect sense, right? We're just going to criminalize every little fucking thing we don't like and throw it and fucking destroy people's lives. That's fine as long as we approve of it.
We're the freest country in the world. That's why we have the highest prison population.
In conservative fucking states. Louisiana is pretty much is the prison capital of the world per capita.
Yeah, and isn't that like where your stepdad lives? And you say that like he always says like America is the only country with freedom.
Yep.
America.
And he lives in the prison capital.
Oh, he said America and the UK were like okay, and then some other countries were like all right, but besides these Western countries, they're all garbage.
Freedom doesn't exist anywhere else on the
Not even in France.
planet.
Probably not even France.
France, that's one of the most fascist countries on the face of the earth.
Yeah, we had to go through checkpoints there constantly. We had to get microchips implanted into our skin.
Yeah, they have little like drones that just follow you around and like videotape everything you do every second of every day.
Yep. You're trying to eat a fucking baguette, and there's just a fucking drone just hovering over your head,
reporting it back to the French authorities. That's what it's like there.
Yeah,
it's like a dystopian, futuristic nightmare.
How far down the toilet does America have to slide before people stop pretending it's a free country? Like, we pass laws that allow the government to just take your fucking emails and listen to your phone anytime. And then there's cameras fucking everywhere. Most prisoners per capita of any fucking Western country in the world. I think it's any country in the world.
It is.
Any country.
It's more people than, I mean, it's more prisoners than China.
Yeah.
I think we would agree that more, you know, the laws in China are a little more strict, and there's way more people.
I think Paul brought up a good point, though. When you talk about, like, surveillance, like, the laws, honestly, for surveillance are more to do with legalizing a behavior that the government was already engaging in. It wasn't like, with the surveillance, like, they're really stopping it. We know they're not. It's just a joke to believe it. Even if it's against the law, they're just going to keep doing it because they know, ultimately, federal courts are going to rule and say, oh, it's legal for the government to do it. So passing a surveillance law is simply just legalizing behavior that was just once illegal, that is still probably illegal. And just federal courts are just fucking rubber stamping it for the government.
You'd think...
Wake up and smell the freedom.
You think places like Singapore would have like a really high prison population because it's like illegal to like not flush the toilet and shit like that there, and chew gum and all that kind of weird shit. But whatever.
But they have a very low corruption rate.
Yeah, and they just whack you with a fucking cane, and that's your punishment.
Yeah. You know,
Also,
at least they
very
don't.
small.
I mean, that's painful, but at least it doesn't waste your fucking time.
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
What would you take? A 1-year sentence or like 10 whacks? Well, I know what TJ would take.
Yeah, come on.
But you know, I mean, like even everyone's gonna choose that though. No one's gonna fucking want to waste a year of their life. I mean, it's not even good for them. Like, how are they supposed to reform when you just took away a year of their life for some non-violent bullshit? You know, it's silly. It's stupid.
So TJ, you're a defender of lashing people.
I would say it's actually better than what we do here.
That was such a huge news story back in the day when the American like got whacked for vandalism.
Whatever.
There.
I remember that.
Yeah,
that was like in
yeah.
the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah. He got caught like doing graffiti or something, and
they gave him a fucking whipping. You know, they gave him a spanking.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know, that's the laws of their country. Don't go there if you ain't willing to fucking.
Yeah, we're gonna cover a fucking. We're gonna cover that story about the American that got in trouble in North Korea. First of all, I don't know why Americans go to North Korea, but we'll talk about that when we get there.
Just so they can fucking brag to their friends.
Well, they're idiots.
I went to North Korea.
Right thing.
I like to travel too, but you don't see me going to any fascist dictatorships.
Yeah,
you know, I'm cool with that.
It's bad enough we live in
want
one.
to do it their way, and I think this is what Biden said, and he said it right. If when in the middle of an election, you don't put up judges until the election is over. This is a very important distinction, and it's one that should be.
Okay, maybe if like the general election was already underway, that might make some sense, but it's still primary season. We're still a good ways away from the fucking election happening. I think there's time to confirm a fucking judge.
Followed. We need a new president, and this president is trying to.
Yeah, we are going to have a new president, no matter what. That's kind of how term limits work.
And his name is Donald Trump.
It could very well be.
They have a rule in law called mort main, the dead hand, and the dead hand of a lame duck president is trying to control the Supreme Court because the next man that goes on that court.
Wait a minute. So now he's a lame duck president?
Yeah.
Haven't you guys been saying for years he's like the worst crypto-fascist authoritarian president ever? Now he's a lame duck. Yeah. Wow, neat.
That's their narrative.
I love how the narrative just gets to shift around wherever you want it to.
Yep.
That's good.
He is whatever fits the fucking mood at the time. Whatever fits the need of the narrative. Obama can be. Lame duck and fascist dictator all wrapped into one.
It is on for 20, 30 years. And a lot of policy can be made by those people. It only takes one more judge, one more. But we have been snookered so much. I remember talking to Jim Baker when he was chief of staff of the White House for Reagan about another particular justice. And she said, oh, this lady is a person for all seasons. She's a wonderful centrist and so forth. And out she comes with all of these liberal opinions. And one after another, the Supreme Court has...
Is he talking about Ginsburg?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, it is kind of a trend where conservatives have picked people and they turned out to make decisions.
Like
Okay,
Robertson.
but because here's why
Roberts
though.
Or whatever his
here's
name-
why
John
though. It's
Roberts.
obvious why, because once these judges actually get to the Supreme Court, they're like, you know, do I really want to be on the wrong side of history by siding with this fucking regressive, backwards ass party? No. I mean, that was fine when I was just trying to fucking claw my way to the top, but now I'm at the top and no one can remove me from the top, so yeah, I guess I'll actually do the right thing.
Oh, not Scalia. Scalia, well, that's why they loved him so much. That's why they would hate to see someone that's not like Scalia replace him.
Exactly. But they're not, I mean, like, you know, they want a true believer in there. They want someone like Scalia who's just going to be like a true blue
To be honest with you, it's not looking
piece
good
of
for
shit.
him.
No, it's not going to happen.
Not looking good for him.
dominated our nation. Marriage, homosexuality, schools, and you go down the line.
Let's marry a homosexual school.
Let's marry a fucking homosexual school. They can fucking... We'll have two schools. We'll move them right next to each other. They'll be fucking gay married.
I like how they act like the homosexual gay marriage thing is like still up for grabs for them, even though it's not.
They do the same thing with abortion, man.
Yeah.
Both fucking Trump and Cruz have said they're gonna somehow undo gay marriage in the U.S.
Impossible.
I'm like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna pass a constitutional amendment? What? That's basically their option at this point.
It's just a false promise. It's like every fucking Republican president since the beginning of time is like, I'm gonna ban abortion. Like, Bush had fucking the Senate, and he had the House and the Senate and the fucking White House. Had every opportunity to ban abortion. You know what he did? He deregulated a bunch of industries and gave a bunch of money to his fucking crony capitalist friends in the fucking oil business
they wanted to,
shit.
Privatize Social Security.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's what their real agenda is. They just use these social issues to drive wedges in the populace and get us to fucking be like, oh yeah, Republicans, oh yeah, Democrats, they stand for this, and they both. Meanwhile, what they both really stand for is like sucking the cock of corporate America.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Oh, go ahead.
It just kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about like how people don't see the fucking pattern. It's like these old people who have voted party line Republican or party line Democrat even. I won't give the Democrats a pass on this. They've heard these absurd campaign promises out of every fucking mouth they've elected, and none of them have done it. And yet they keep voting for that person. I don't understand. Like, how long can you let things be wrong? Like, how many?
Well,
how
I
many
mean,
chances?
it's because they can sit there and say, "Yeah, we tried to do it, but those fucking Democrats or those fucking Republicans, you know how obstructionist they are." Meanwhile, they both work together to fucking make sure that the super rich can lord over the rest of us and fucking control politics and give them endless amounts of money.
But you know what? I think that's the thing that conservatives and liberals in America essentially agree on, which is like everyone here pretty much likes money.
Money, money, money.
I mean, I would say most countries in the Western world, people like money a lot.
Let's face it. If a fucking eccentric fucking billionaire decided, like, I want to control what them drunken peasants are doing, and he's like comes to us and like, each you get $30 million if you just say you're gonna support my agenda.
Dude, y'all know what we would say.
I'm like, fuck yeah.
You know,
welcome to the new and improved drunken peasants.
Each one of us would get 30 million?
Yes.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie and be like, I have integrity. It's
Dude,
like, nope.
If he wanted us to just be like riding unicycles and juggling or like whatever.
Yeah, I'll learn.
Yep.
Give me my 30 mil.
I wouldn't do it.
You'd do it.
Wouldn't do it.
You'd do it.
Paul would do it.
I have too much integrity.
Paul would do it. Paul would do it in a fucking heartbeat. He'd be the first one. He'd be like, "Where do I sign?"
Paul would trip and fall and hurt his back again, trying to run to the contract before anyone else could sign it.
What about 30 million, TJ, for you to make a banana video one day, every day for the rest of your life?
For the rest of my life?
Yeah, for the rest of your fucking life for $30 million.
No, that's too much of an imposition. Maybe once a year.
Oh, dude.
Once a month. 30
You're
million.
negotiating with the fucking hypothetical situation, TJ.
If there's any, there might be an eccentric billionaire watching right now. You don't know. I think I'll do that.
I enjoyed your first video, TJ. Yeah.
You never know, man.
That's just TJ wishing out loud. Maybe there's a billionaire in our audience. I'm willing to sell out 30 million. It's my price.
The point is that we're all whores in America because.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, you almost have no choice but to be.
Honey, I didn't work to become a whore. I was born a whore.
Damn right.
You probably were.
Mario knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Is this like the voice of Mario now?
Yeah, it is. That is Mario.
Right.
That's the Mario soundboard you got over there, right?
Yeah,
Right.
it's on Mario.
I see it. Yeah, those are all things he said in his videos.
Oh, yeah, I was there. I was listening.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to whoever made that.
All right. Conservatives plot to deny Trump the nomination. We could have a brokered convention on the Republican side. It's going to be weird. That hasn't happened in a while.
Wonderful.
That would be awesome.
Paul Ryan
Yeah,
today
honestly, that would be
brushing
great.
off the idea that he could be drawn into the presidential race.
It's not going to be me. It should be somebody running for president. People are out there campaigning.
But the House Speaker is not stepping away from the prospect that his party might be heading towards a contested convention.
This is more likely to become an open convention than we thought before.
Don't you think if they decide it'll be Kasich? Because he seems like the
Wow.
most establishment one.
He
like,
is, and he can win Ohio, which guarantees the victory. And I've been saying that for a while, and we saw it in the primary.
But the thing
here.
is he of the three left, he's really the most sensible one.
I mean, honestly, they need someone that their base will actually be energized for. But then again, I feel like there's so many people that hate Hillary that maybe if Kasich, like mild-mannered old Kasich, is the fucking Republican nominee, a lot of the fucking center and maybe even like center-left people would be like, I prefer him to her. I don't know.
Because Cruz and Trump both have there's a very strong reaction to them, which is like, I just don't think you would see it with Kasich. I think people would just be like, he's very vanilla, he's very bland. I think he's really their best chance. I mean, I still don't think he'd win, but I think he'd have the best shot of any of them.
I don't think anybody has ever been excited about anything that Kasich has ever done.
Not really.
No.
I think Trump would probably win.
I don't
think so.
I've been angry about things that Kasich has done, like when Obama decided to help federally fund high-speed rail. A whole bunch of it was donated in Ohio to like connect all the major cities here, and Kasich didn't take it.
Improve infrastructure? Fuck no. I'm a Republican. I don't want to do that.
Transportation, you know.
That's one thing I do like about Trump, man. He would have built that fucking railroad.
Get a fucking train that goes 250 miles an hour that you can just hop right onto, like the ones we rode in Europe.
I think everyone in America can recognize that infrastructure is woefully underfunded, and if you look back at the reasons why, it's just like, oh, we don't have the funding for it. And the federal gasoline tax has been stagnant, for 20-something years. I mean, it's been for a while, and we've not really done anything to improve the resources which we're gathering. The tax base for this is going down and down because cars are getting more fuel efficient. If you look at the state of our roads and bridges and everything, it's abysmal. This country's not investing money in that, but then we're like, oh, we need to invest money in another fucking war or some other stupid shit.
Yeah, sometimes it depends on the city that you're in. Like, depending on the roads, like certain cities prioritize fixing the roads way better, and like
it's big highways. It's big highway projects are the ones that get most of the funding.
Yeah,
but that doesn't benefit anyone but the people using those highways. There's still a lot of other infrastructure to be maintained and improved.
Fuck you, liberal.
Well, look at the port system in our country. Like a lot of things in our country are just woefully behind. So they either need to be privatized, or they need more funding.
Even when a state does take that money and start using it for what to like improve people's ability to get around in their state, they fight it tooth and nail. Like California right now is all up in arms about this high-speed rail they're building.
Socialism.
It's going to connect San Francisco to San Diego. You'll basically be able to hop on a fucking train and go anywhere that matters in California for way cheaper and easier than driving. And everybody's like, no!
Yeah, they want to do. They wanted to do
I don't
that-
understand.
They wanted to do that here with Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati. I mean, like, those are three large metropolitan areas, and if they're connected like that, it's, a way faster trip.
I don't get the mindset of someone who hears, like, we're going to build this awesome high-speed rail that can travel from city to city lightning fast for a reasonable price, way cheaper than airfare, way easier than going by car. And people are just like, no! Dear God, no!
If you're pro-business, then answer this. I think this is reasonable. What business in the U.S. is not using their infrastructure right now to make money? Show me the business. For the most part, it doesn't exist, or it's almost impossible for it to exist. So this benefits business. This benefits everyone.
Yeah, like I said, I don't understand the opposition.
You know what the opposition is? It's one word that I hear used to hear all the time when I lived in that shitty little town in California. Boondoggle. That's the new word of the day. Everything that the government tries to do to like improve the infrastructure of a state is a boondoggle now. It's the best thing. High-speed rail boondoggle. You mean I'm going to be able to be in L.A. instead of 6 hours by car on a shitty, like, fucking 2-lane freeway? I'm going to be able to be in L.A. in like 3 hours in a comfy train seat? It's a boondoggle.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Another quagmire.
Yeah, I mean, and we've got to see firsthand how easy it is. I mean, we were traveling through countries on trains, and I mean, like, we would just jump on the train. There was no like checkpoint where you take your shoes off and your belt off and empty out your pockets and walk through a machine where they can see you naked. You literally just get on the fucking train and go.
Not only do we have no problem the entire time we were in Europe, when we were in the cities we visited, we had no problem getting around anywhere.
I feel bad for the people in the airport who have to see me naked. I mean, I guess there's other people that are even worse.
I mean, I think they look away when they do yours, TJ.
Yeah, I could have guns strapped all over my body, and they'd just be like, I don't want to see.
Well, they're normally not that good at detecting that anyway, so you're fine.
Neat.
So
you know,
we're getting our
people like that neat shit. I see people using that all the time now.
Neat.
Yeah, that was your idea, TJ. You came up with neat.
Well, I mean,
you invented that.
You're the one who pointed out I use it a lot. So now I've seen our fans started using it too. They're like, yeah, that's neat. Especially yeah. It's neat.
Like being around TJ, I came back to Texas with it. I still catch myself saying it like twice a day. I'll say something's neat.
Dude, Paul really just admitted he's your parent. She just like, neat, neat.
That
neat,
TJ, he comes up with the best sayings. I just get them stuck in my head. I can't get them out of my mind.
That's neat, Ben.
I saw the smile on Scotty's face. He was thinking the exact same thing I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime I agree with TJ, I gotta brace myself for the super hot parrot meme. Here it comes.
Minds around the idea that this could very well become a reality.
If you want a variation, you go Neato Burrito.
So I guess we're going to skip this video because
it's boring.
This video sucks.
We're not even talking about it. It's garbage.
Yeah. Says what a Clinton versus Trump
Trunk. Clinton versus a trunk. The trunk just falls on her. Trunk wins.
Clinton versus Trump matchup would look like.
John King is here to show us by the numbers. So if it's Trump and Clinton, one thing we do know is that it's going to be fought on a different map than Obama versus McCain or even Obama versus Romney, right?
Without a doubt, Anderson. Let me try to give you a medium energy walkthrough of what we're going to see. First, let's focus on the numbers now. 7 months plus to Election Day, so don't put too much stock in these. But the real clear politics average,
I
Hillary
love how he
Clinton's
tells us
now with an edge
what the energy level of his presentation is going to be. It's going to be a medium energy presentation. Like what? I was thinking maybe low energy, but I didn't think that was exciting enough. I tried it high energy, and it just sounded like I was going spastic over the shit. So I'm going to give you guys a medium energy read on what this situation is.
He's setting, like, mediocre expectations.
Well, it is CNN, so I think that's pretty much what people already expect. Middle-of-the-road bullshit.
For Donald Trump in
this coverage is going to be, we'll call it odd.
national polls. We elect presidents state by state, but in national polls, she has about a 6 to 7 point lead consistently. The Clinton campaign can also take some solace in the fact that she has the lead in some of the battleground states where we've seen polling. These are NBC Wall Street Journal Marist polls, plus 8 for Clinton in Florida, plus 6 for Clinton in Ohio, plus 25 for Clinton in Illinois. Again.
Yeah, of course. Illinois is normally blue.
It's a battleground.
I mean, look at the margin there. At least Florida and Ohio would actually still technically be up for grabs.
Yeah.
Healthy leads, but it's only early in the race. Let's go back, and if Stewart's still watching, my apologies, but let's go back to the presidential race in
Who's Stewart?
2012 now to take a closer look at this. Without a doubt, you see Michigan blue? Michigan's been blue since after Dukakis, George H.W. Bush. It's been blue for a long time for Democrats. What does Trump argue? That up here in the suburbs of Detroit, blue-collar Macomb County, the place where it used to be Reagan Democrats, Donald Trump thinks I can create some Trump Democrats. Next door, Oakland County, Obama carried that too. That's where Mitt Romney went to school as a child. Obama carried it by 8 points. Trump thinks I can change these people into Trump Democrats. That's one place he thinks he can put Michigan in play. That's just one. Let's pop over here. He also thinks he can put
I love how they're talking about, like, I've seen Trump, and I've heard Trump talk, and I've heard Trump explain his ideas, and Trump simply does not think like this. Like, this is what Trump's advisors think.
Yeah, this is what his fucking vizier is saying to him.
Let's stop acting like Trump is the one coming up with this strategy. Trump doesn't understand any of this shit. I mean, maybe he understands it when it's presented to him, but I mean, like, I just don't buy that he came up with it because he's like more of like a sweeping, vague bullshit.
Donald, you got to win this fucking part of Pennsylvania. Okay.
Yeah, they'll love me. They'll love me there. I'm gonna win there. I'm winning. Like, okay, that's what's going on.
Pennsylvania in play. How? Donald Trump thinks he'll do better. Maybe he won't win the Pittsburgh area, but he'll do better with blue-collar voters. And in the Scranton, Allentown, here in the eastern part of the state, you see all that blue. Donald Trump.
Okay, so basically what I'm getting from this so far is that Donald Trump plans to win places that other Republican candidates have lost. It's good strategy. I mean, yeah, I can't really argue with it. You see this blue shit? Trump gonna try to turn it red. Like, yeah, that's how you win, I guess. I don't see any other way to do it.
Thanks, the old former steel part of the country, coal part of the country, steel part of the country out there, that he can do better with blue-collar workers. And anecdotally, there's some evidence that he could do better. Not that Hillary Clinton couldn't count.
Isn't it weird that... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, like, what's with the handheld shaky cam thing going on the news now?
It's
like, what?
This is shot. Obviously, this is shot cinema verite style, Paul.
Just everybody's got a little handheld camera and they just film whatever they want going on in the office.
Paul, that cameraman has Parkinson's disease. You're being very ableist right now.
Shit.
Erie, Pennsylvania. It's blocking Ohio from bordering New York. I say we take it back.
That's true. Ohio wants a little touch of New York.
Yep. Yeah, motherfuckers.
Give us Erie back.
We're coming for you. Erie, Ohio, bitches. It's going to be its new name.
Erie, Ohio, bitches.
Yeah, why not? Why
not?
Honor him, Anderson. But so that puts Michigan, maybe Pennsylvania on the map as well, meaning Republicans would contest them in ways we haven't seen in a while. Ohio is another state Donald Trump thinks he can put in play. Now, this one's always a battleground in presidential politics. 51-48 last time. It's gone to the Democrats twice in a row. Donald Trump thinks he can win in places like this, whether you have blue-collar votes.
It's like
he can. His best bet for winning Ohio is probably making Kasich his VP. I mean, plus it kind of like maybe makes his campaign seem more moderate in a way. You know, even if he's still crazy, at least his vice president's a little bit more grounded. I don't know.
Voters, and there's some reason to believe that.
Kasich would take the job if he was offered it?
I noticed that Kasich always very strategically avoided piling on to Donald Trump like the rest of the Republicans in the field.
He has somewhat, though.
But like for the most part, he's wanted to stick to the issues and avoid attacking Donald Trump and defining his presidency as being against Donald Trump, or his candidacy, I should say.
Take a look at what happened the other night. Even when John Kasich was winning his home state, Donald Trump did very well in the Youngstown area, blue-collar voters here, and across the southern part of the state, too. You had a lot of conservative Democrats down here, white conservative men who were...
Okay. So, the part of Ohio that voted for Trump is the part that mainly borders Kentucky and West Virginia.
Yeah, go figure. What are you saying, Ben?
Key in the Hillary Clinton-Barack Obama primaries years ago. One more place, let's just pop it out, and then we can continue the conversation. Is the state of Florida. Donald Trump just won it, of course, in the primary. If you come back to 2012 and you look at the presidential race, again, always a battleground, Anderson, 50-49 in the Romney race
but lots of old
with
people
Obama.
love Hillary.
Donald Trump, of course, his base is down here in this part of the state. He thinks he can do a little bit better and put that state in play. Will he? That's 7 months away. He doesn't have the nomination yet, but would the map be different? Without a doubt.
If Trump put some...
Oh, my God.
If would, maybe, possibly. Like, this is the news, ladies and gentlemen. This is the news.
I mean, maybe you guys should fucking report what's actually going to happen instead of trying to give us your lame-ass prediction about what the future's going to be, when obviously we don't even know what this campaign looks like yet. These two haven't even started running against each other yet. I mean... They haven't even secured the nominations of their respective parties yet. I mean, it looks like the Republicans might be going to like a brokered convention, and Bernie Sanders still has at least something of a chance on the Democratic side. And yet we're trying to predict this fucking future race with these two candidates who haven't even started campaigning against each other yet. I mean, this is just a ludicrous report.
For some reason, the media really just wants
it's so
Hillary
empty
Trump.
of any insight. It's just they circle blue shit and like, Trump hopes to win this shit that went blue last time. It's like, we already know he has to do that. Obviously, he has to do better than fucking Mitt Romney did, because Mitt Romney fucking lost. We know. We understand. Jesus. Terrible. You're terrible, CNN.
All right.
I wish we could easily go back and just hear his outro, because it was the silliest fucking outro ever to that fucking news story. It was just like, do they have the nomination yet? No. Do we know if they're going to have the nomination? No. Could this be something that they're looking at doing, possibly if they get the nomination? Yes. You know what I mean? It's like,
And then he said, will the map look different? Definitely.
And it's 7 months away.
The one thing we know for sure, the map is almost certainly going to look different.
All right.
Because it does every election cycle.
Next video, Hulk Hogan awarded $115 million in Gawker sex tape.
That's actually really, that's actually a pretty good precedent, honestly. As much as I don't give a fuck about Hulk Hogan getting this money, I love that Gawker got bitch slapped in the face.
So, trigger warning, this remotely has something to do with wrestling. Remotely.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Please forgive us.
It was kind of like a group hug.
You were discussing Hulk Hogan's penis.
Yeah, because Terry Bollea's penis is not 10 inches like you're trying to say.
Yeah.
This is in fucking court.
Terry Bollea's penis is not 10 inches like you're trying to say. At best, it's 8.5.
This isn't specifically about his victory, but it highlights some of the weird shit that happened during this case.
It is a fun trial.
Yeah.
Anytime you got Hulk Hogan on the stand at a trial talking about penises, it's a good trial.
All right.
This should be a movie.
It's not mine, because mine isn't that size, but we were discussing the length of Hulk Hogan's.
Are you not Hulk Hogan? I mean,
I think is he making a different like a differentiation between who he really is and Hulk Hogan as a character there?
Yeah.
So
I think what he's saying is that when he becomes the character Hulk Hogan, his cock grows to 10 inches.
Okay. I can feel that.
Seriously? So
No, seriously, I do not have a 10-inch penis. No, I do not. Seriously.
Fair enough.
Sometimes when I wear a bandana as Terry Bollea, it's just because it's like a self-confidence thing where if I don't
So in this trial, he's really trying to differentiate between himself and his character, which is something you actually don't see a lot from him. Normally, he almost portrays it as he's one and the same.
Well, obviously, in this instance, there's some force within this case. I guess it behooves him to make this distinction and make it clearly.
Sure.
Now, I was wondering because it would seem like it would be the inverse. You would seem like he would be trying to paint a connection between he and Hulk because it was like the whole article is about Hulk Hogan.
I think what he's trying. I think he's basically trying to like argue that like the person on the sex tape is not Hulk Hogan, but Terry Bollea or whatever the fuck his real name is.
I think you're right.
I think that's like kind of the argument that's being made here, but I'm not sure because this is obviously way out of context.
It's kind of like hard not to look at, you know, how bald-headed I am and how big my head is. My gut is telling me that this was off, this was wrong, and my from the feeling I had, I said, Bubba, you're not filming this, are you?
Bubba, you're not filming this, are you?
And he said no. I just had a gut feeling that I didn't go with, and then afterwards I fucking talked a bunch of racist shit, but you know, but I did have a gut feeling a camera was present.
And he just slashed into me. What the hell's wrong with you? I'm your effing best friend. How dare you say that to me? When they confirmed that Bubba was on the tape, and Bubba went up and turned the camera off, and Bubba told Heather that this is for our retirement, Heather, I just started violently shaking. I couldn't stop.
This is for our retirement.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice friend you got there.
Yeah, he's Bubba the Love Sponge. He's actually a radio host.
He used to be on Howard Stern's channels back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, and he had like some wife with like giant fake boobs and shit. And
Neat.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Where a celebrity sex tape would not be good work. If they were a child. Under what age? 4.
My problem is this whole the videotape that you guys put out. It lives forever. It'll be there forever on the internet. That's the problem.
All right.
Damn.
So he won
I should have
hundreds.
sued someone for the whole banana thing, man.
He won, It seems like he won back the amount of money he lost in his divorce or something.
Yeah, it's a good amount of money.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's rich again. Congratulations.
Who knows? Well, we don't really know how much he's going to see of that, though. So who knows?
Probably not very much.
Yeah, probably not as much as you would think.
But probably at least a significant amount. I mean, he got a $115 million settlement, so he should see at least 30, 40 million of it.
So I don't understand the nature of the lawsuit because these sex tapes pop up all the time, right? So Gawker came into the possession of a sex tape and published it, and they had to pay him $115 million restitution. That's basically...
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, because he lost his job and shit, and, like, his public image was severely tainted because of what was on... Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's right. I mean, this has definitely happened before, but I don't know. Maybe this sets a new legal precedent. Maybe publications will be a little bit more reticent to publish this kind of shit in the future.
I think most of the sex tapes involve everyone knowing that they're being filmed, and his argument was that he didn't know he was being filmed.
True enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
So maybe that is the legal distinction. I don't know. I haven't read the particulars of the case, so I shouldn't even really try to offer a legal opinion or anything. Also, I'm not a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah.
I was unaware of that.
Most people think I am, but common misconception.
Let's see. Convicted felon mistakenly released from jail.
That's awesome.
Story tonight, a manhunt underway right at this very minute for a felon mistakenly released from the Marion County Jail. Let's show you this picture right here. This is Levi Garrett. We broke this story about his release last night on the news at 11. RTV6's Jack Reinhardt joins us live downtown from the jail with the newest information on this search.
I wonder how he got out. They're definitely going to say.
They said it was a mistaken release, so they must have, for some reason, thought he was getting out. Like, all right, let him go. And then a couple hours later, they're like, oh, shit.
I just got to wonder, like, how he kept a straight face through the whole thing. They were like, come on, Garrett. You're out of here. He's like, all right. Let me get my shit.
Well, Eric, I'd like for you to take a look at this sign. It says, warning, this is a secure corrections area of the Marion County Sheriff's Department. And for much of the time it is, except for Monday, when perhaps a software glitch may have mistakenly released a man now very much wanted.
He's 32-year-old Levi Garrett, a convicted felon with a long criminal history. He pled guilty to possession of dealing methamphetamine and carrying a handgun with a prior conviction. And instead of going to prison for 12 years, he was mistakenly released from the Marion County Jail.
There were...
Wow.
Sweet.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's like winning the lottery for criminals. You know?
That's fucking awesome. I hope he gets away.
We believe in the IT system that caused a breakdown of communications, but beyond that, I mean, it's under investigation, and we're going to look into it and try to figure out what happened.
On any given day, the jail houses more than 1,100 inmates.
There's some IT computer voodoo that occurred that we fucked up, not because of our own error, because of the computer error.
You know how computers are, right, guys?
It's bullshit.
No way this was human error. This is computer error.
Yeah, computers always are releasing inmates from prison. It's always the IT department that eats the shit when somebody fucks up, like always.
Of them move daily between courts, medical offices, and meetings with attorneys. In the past 20 months, at least 5 other inmates have been mistakenly released from the jail, including
awesome.
2 women who turned themselves in and 2 other men who were captured and returned to the jail. And 5 months ago, 34-year-old Jessica Stringer traded ID bracelets with a cellmate and walked out of the jail only to be recaptured a short time later. Officials feel confident that they will catch up with Levi.
Seems like this jail is not that hard to escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not exactly Alcatraz, it seems.
Yeah, man.
This shit happens one time, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it could have just been an error. But it's like this has happened like 5 times.
I mean, I understand that inmates are always creative and always looking for ways to game the system, but when you don't have a contingency plan for, hey, trade me bracelets, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, I really don't know.
I thought we were on the honor system in this jail. Come on, guys. You know that's against the rules.
Garrett
you are
as well.
Latasha Henderson, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, Scout's honor. Swear to God, touch blue to make it through.
Swear to God.
All right,
lives
get on out there.
Lived on the south side of Indianapolis, has contacts in Morgan County, and we fear that he might be in the company of his 5-year-old stepdaughter. So our warrants teams are on the street, and we're very confident they're going to reel him in quickly.
I like how he caught that black dude trying to get in that door. He's like, oh, shit.
Ah, fuck.
I guess this is pull.
Now, just minutes ago, I spoke with the commander of the criminal division, and he tells me that Garrett's still at large and should be considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, if you know his whereabouts, call Crime Stoppers at 262-TIPS. You can remain anonymous and still qualify for a cash reward.
If I see him, I'm giving him a fucking high five. Like, yeah, man. Boom.
Tomorrow we'll let you know what other inmates walk out of the jail. You know what I mean? Like, what is this jail?
All right.
This jail sucks.
Like, kids don't escape from
I wish there was a
juvenile hall.
fucking. I wish there was an inmate just breaking out as he's doing the report. You know.
Just right at the end of the report, the fucking alarms go off, and a dude in an orange jumpsuit with handcuffs on shuffles out the front door.
Yeah, that'd be great. That's what I want to see.
All right, let's do Otto Warmbier sentenced to 15 years hard labor in North Korea. It's pretty bad.
He's in a tough bind right now.
Wyoming native Otto Warmbier has been sentenced to 15 years of hard labor in a North Korean prison camp after the college student's so-called confession.
It's fucking terrible. 15 years of hard labor in a North Korean prison camp is fucking terrible. I don't know.
Hey guys, maybe it's time to stop going on these adventure tours of North Korea, guys. Maybe it's not a good idea.
I don't know, Paul. It seems worked out well for so many people that have been arrested by the North Korean government and held as political pawns.
I understand the severity of my crime.
That crime, allegedly trying to steal a political banner from his hotel in Pyongyang. Warmbier was in North Korea as part of an adventure tour organized by a Chinese travel company. Laura Neek, a professor of political science at Miami University, says something else is going on.
This sentencing has very little to do with the student. It's really about solidifying the regime at home and then standing up to people abroad, especially given recently stepped up sanctions at the UN against North Korea.
In a statement issued Wednesday, Governor Kasich says North Korea should immediately release Otto Warmbier and let him return to his family here in Ohio.
No one likes warm beer anyway.
It's true.
Well, I guess some people do, but they're disgusting.
Fuck them.
His detention was completely unjustified, and the sentence North Korea imposed on him is an affront to concepts of justice.
No way.
Niak says Warmbier's release won't work with more sanctions.
I don't think that pressure being brought to bear on North Korea works very well.
She's hopeful former UN ambassador and New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson may have better luck flying under the radar.
People who are not official U.S. representatives, they probably have clearer paths in to talk.
Scott Wegener, 9 on your side, Cincinnati.
You know, he should have thought about that, but just stole that fucking banner, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Punishment
honestly,
fits the crime.
Number one, don't go to fucking North Korea. Number two, if you're gonna go to North Korea, mind your fucking P's and Q's. Don't just try and load something up in your bag and steal it. Like,
yeah, you gotta act like even fucking sneezing in public might be a fucking punishable by death crime over there, all right? Just don't do anything that could even vaguely be considered wrong.
I think it's kind of the thing. See Rule 1, you know. Rule 1, don't go to North Korea.
There's no reason to go there. There's nothing fun.
It's an adventure.
There. Oh, fuck
Look at this guy. This guy is on. This is the beginning of the adventure. The Count of Monte Cristo starts like this, man. He's gonna come out and get revenge on Kim Jong-il. He's gonna fucking infiltrate the North Korean government.
15 years of busting concrete off of rebar should be pretty adventurous.
Or is Kim Jong-un now? Sorry.
Yeah.
Kim Jong-il.
Same shit, different asshole.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Yes.
Am I evil? Yes, I am.
This video is entitled "Don't Be a Window Licker.
Vote for Trump. Don't be a window licker. Vote for Trump.
Hey,
This
Big
guy-
Daddy's back.
Wow.
I was driving. It just
Video in a
dawned on
car.
me. I just got something from my sister Bridget. I don't understand how people can't fucking get it through their heads that Trump's a good man. Listen, any fucking guy you ever vote for, you're gonna always have to. He always owes favors out just to get elected. For Christ's sakes, Trump is paying it himself. Trump is ego. He's hungry. He don't want to leave a legacy of being a fucking loser. It's all about him fucking doing good for the people. He already did his shit in life now. His kids are going to take over doing their things. And people say he got his shit handed to him. Who gives a fuck if his daddy gave him the business? He's doing better today than he was when the daddy gave him the business. How many?
They pretty much have showed that if Trump did nothing but make, like, certain, like, easy to figure out investments, he would be richer today than he was building his real estate empire and shit. I mean, probably his most notable successes have been as an entertainer on reality television shows and shit. I mean, a lot of these projects that are these, like, Trump real estate projects are just things that he gets other people who are actually financing the project to let them use his name because he has some name recognition.
The Trump stakes.
Yeah, Trump stakes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I don't understand. Like, how can anyone possibly think that a guy who thinks that steaks that you sell at Sharper Image is a good business model? Like, how could you possibly think that guy is a good businessman? No one wants to buy steaks from the fucking mall. It's just stupid.
Or the airport.
Yeah, especially not the airport. Ooh, I'm about to fly to Boston. Let me buy a fucking steak first. I'll just bring it on the plane. What? Or I just landed. Let me buy a steak from this Sharper Image store before I go home.
Well, it didn't last very long.
Of course it didn't last very long. He was selling steaks at Sharper Image.
I mean, that's such a bad business idea.
That's what I'm saying. And people are like, he's a fucking smart businessman. How? If he was a smart businessman, how could he possibly have done that?
Everybody has fond memories of playing Trump with their family members.
Yeah, man.
Trump, the board game?
Way better than fucking...
Oh, fuck.
Way better than Monopoly, man. Trump. It's like a Monopoly times 10.
People win $300 million in the lotto and they fucking lose it. They go crazy. He don't drink. He don't smoke. I mean, what the fuck? The guy works his ass off. This is
Why
all
would
about.
I give a shit if the president drinks? I mean, maybe
I really
drinks.
unless
I
he's
guess.
like constantly trashed all the time.
I mean, I guess I don't want the president to be a fucking lush or something, but
You know, another rule of bad YouTube videos. This guy is doing this in his fucking car.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier.
And the fucking and through the steering wheel, no less.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I've really seen that one.
I'm like his speedometer. I feel like his speedometer.
Yeah, like speedometer cam.
He takes it to a new low.
Making America better now, and I guarantee you, anything he says he's going to do, he's going to want to do.
How
Otherwise
can you
he'll be a
guarantee
failure.
that?
He don't like to be a failure.
What president has done everything that they said they were going to do?
Well, Trump's going to be the exception, dude. He's going to do it all.
Okay.
That's why there's only 5 policies on his entire website.
He is going to make America great again.
He's only got 5 things on his agenda.
Well, in fairness, I actually did look at the site. It is split into different issues, but they do pertain to those issues. Like healthcare, he has a bunch of his proposals. Like he wants to get rid of the.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you go to Hillary Clinton's site or Bernie Sanders' site or anyone else's site,
Oh, they're much more substantive.
it's
yeah.
way more exhaustive an exploration of their stances on the issues. Trump's is just like, yeah, vague this, vague that. Yeah, you know, fuck immigrants. I'm Trump. Vote for me.
He has very few policies listed. I will say that.
It's not about money now, about cash. He's spending his own goddamn money. What gets me is you people.
Go to his website. He's
Don't
accepting
get it.
donations.
I mean, gee,
Yeah, I mean, like, Trump, first of all, like...
And Trump loaned the money to his campaign.
Yeah, like, his companies loaned the money to him, and, like, he's not actually losing any money doing this. Like, he's just shuffling money around to create the illusion of a self-financed campaign. And pretty much once he gets the nomination, the fucking Republican Party is going to end up paying for everything.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ. And he's acting like, oh, he's not acting like a presidential campaign guy. Well, fuck it. Let him act like a roofer and say, fuck you. I mean, think about this. You think these president guys fucking talk like that, the way they talk to yous? They get behind the scenes, they're talking
They talk to yous guys?
Obviously not. No one believes that, like, when Obama is giving a speech, that's how he is in every moment of his life. No one believes that. Obviously not.
Fuck, suck, dick, fuck, lick, cheat, blow. Are you fucking kidding me? Trump is fucking telling you right to your fucking face.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. I don't know
Maybe it's not a good idea to have somebody whose job is, I would say, in large part, diplomacy.
Yeah.
Running around like this square-headed fucking idiot going, fucking cunt, fuck, slut. Hey, what up? What up, Vladimir Putin? Come
Suck my
over
nuts,
here,
China.
nigga. Yeah, let me put you in a headlock. Why would we want a president that talks like that? How much
he's
do you think that
hardcore,
would
man.
get done, retard?
He's fucking hardcore, dude.
Look, Paul, he just wants to make America great again.
We don't need
what
this-
do you have against America being great, Paul? Don't you want that?
I know
He
I
doesn't.
do. I know I
These
do.
fucking white liberals just don't want it. I asked Paul straight up, do you want America to be
fucking
great?
white liberals.
And fucking Paul just like turns away and just goes,
Yeah, I don't.
wow, fuck. Fucking white liberal.
I'll be honest with you. I don't want America to be great again. America at this point doesn't deserve greatness.
Wow.
If we were great again, it would be a completely unearned greatness, and that's not greatness.
You're an evil man, Paul.
Percent of the world's retarded. Because if you don't know what's going on, I mean, we already had a fucking Reagan was an actor. We had Truman, he was a haberdasher. We had Carter was a peanut farmer. What the fuck? So why not have Trump, the businessman? The guy who almost went bankrupt when shit went down in Atlantic City, and he was able to...
Trump is a huckster. That's all he is. He's just he's a con man, and he wants you to buy into the Trump brand.
Unlike Hillary.
There's no chance at all.
She's legit.
That Trump could fucking turn the United States into yet another belly-up, sharper image steak venture. You know what I mean? No.
He's got good ideas, dude.
I saw an interview with Trump, I think it was today or yesterday, where somebody asked him point blank, like, can you give us like one name of one guy that you talk to with regards to foreign policy? And he goes, well, first and foremost, I talk to myself because I'm very smart and I have very good ideas. Like, that was literally his answer.
He talks to himself.
Yes. He consults himself on matters of foreign policy.
Well, he knows what's what.
Trump's concerned with rhetoric. He doesn't care about
He's an
any of that shit.
international businessman, dude.
Why would that even cross Trump's mind? Trump just knows he has to get out there and make some bullshit fucking speech. Whenever, if he gets the nomination, the Republican Party is just going to give him all his positions anyways. These are your positions. And he'll just be like, okay, yeah, I'm fine with most of that. And he'll just put his own spin on a few of them.
One of the things I've noticed, too, about Trump in the recent, debates is everything's a deal now. Like, everything. Like, literally, they'll bring up anything, like, how do you feel about Lithuania trying to gain further independence from the EU? I think that was a very badly brokered deal. I would never have made that Lithuania deal. That was a terrible, terrible deal. And trust me, I'm going to make much better deals. Like, everything's a fucking deal.
Yeah, it's not like a boardroom negotiation all the time.
He's a deal maker. What's wrong with that?
But you know what?
He's gonna make good deals.
But you know what?
For America.
It's kind of like when you see things, and you see things sometimes, and it's so simplistic, and you're like, why is this overly simplistic? I see like a lot with wrestling, like it'll be like this, the corporation, the authority.
Yeah.
And what I realize what it is that it has to be so fucking obvious that anyone can recognize it, and that's what Trump is doing. He's saying, I'm gonna make a better deal with this country, so people understand what that means. Like, you wheel and deal in your life. So, Obama's making bad deals with China. Trump, because he's good with business, is going to make good deals with China.
He knows.
So it makes sense to almost anybody that hears it.
Except it's like totally vague and probably a false promise.
It's true,
What's
but
the deal?
but it's just rhetoric.
Yeah, could you tell us a little bit more about the deal you would make? It's going to be a good deal. I
Yeah,
can't
I'll
talk
tell
about
you,
the deal now.
First and foremost, it won't be one of these terrible deals that Obama administration has made. It'd be a good deal. I would broker a good deal.
That's about as much detail as you get with any of his answers.
China's killing us, TJ. Mexico, they're sending rapists, taking our jobs.
Some of them are good people, or they might be good people.
Maybe some of them are okay.
I would just like to hear him try to get more specific.
Look, TJ, the wall's going to be 10 feet higher than it was originally. It's just, this guy makes this shit up as he's going along. It should be obvious to anyone.
It's like he's like the Dragon Ball Z of candidates. It just has this quality of just being made up as you go. Oh shit, we painted ourselves into a corner. Doesn't make any sense. Well, we'll just change everything.
Well, it's like the show with like the people that showed up at his protest. At first, he's saying, like, get him out of here. Back in the good old days, they would thump him quicker. Then it's like, oh, but don't hurt him. I'm against violence. It's like, this guy doesn't even make any fucking sense. He can't even keep his own position straight half the time.
Well, I mean, it's just like, he's a consummate entertainer is what he really is, more than anything else. Like, I can see that about him.
It's funny that Scotty actually mentioned how it's kind of like pro wrestling because Donald Trump has been involved in pro wrestling.
Of course he has.
Several times.
But that's what I'm saying. He's like an entertainer.
Yeah, that's what he is.
And he knows how to fucking work a crowd, and he's just treating the entire American population like it's a crowd.
It's kayfabe, dude. He's going to be the kayfabe president.
I think you're actually right about that.
I know. I am right about that. So he's going to get someone like Kasich or someone else that's establishment to be his VP to like legitimize his weird-ass presidency.
Yeah, this is a strange election cycle,
If Trump did get Kasich, then he probably could win the key swing states.
Yeah, I think he could at least win Ohio.
Maybe. I don't know.
Kasich pulls big in Ohio.
Yeah.
But we don't,
it's so weird. I don't understand why anybody likes him. I think he sucks, but for some reason,
it's just, I was listening to an ad there's an ad that's playing on the radio, and I've heard it quite frequently, where it's like, Ohio has sent 8 presidents to the White House, but none since Warren G. Harding. Isn't it time for an Ohioan to be president again? John Kasich.
And that's the reason to vote for him?
Yeah, it's like, he's from here. Vote for him.
Oh, whatever.
What?
Like, just because there were a bunch of presidents back in the day from Ohio doesn't mean we just need to elect one because we're due for one.
Yeah, it's like, Ohio's about due for another president. Come on.
Yeah, what about all the states? What about all the states that haven't had presidents yet?
Yeah, well, that's because they suck.
I remember for a while here, the governor here was Bob Taft. He was like the grandson or great-grandson of William Taft, the fattest president.
Yeah. Fat ass Taft.
Taft gets a bum rap, man.
Bob Taft actually got like misdemeanor charges against him while he was governor because he took like some bribery money and shit.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping Christie would do better
governor
in this election cycle.
Dude, why do you just root for the fat people, Paul?
I just like to see fatties doing okay because you know what? I'm fat. And I do okay, you know what I mean? Like I'm living, I've got a roof.
He supports fat affirmative action. You fucking SJW piece of shit.
I would say fatties are doing fine in America. I mean, you look at plenty of fat people in almost any industry.
Well, how come we haven't had a fat president since Taft?
Oh, whatever, man. You guys got fucking
Clinton was a little
scooters at
chunky,
Walmart
man.
that you can ride on if you want to.
I don't know, man.
You got it pretty good, I'd
It's
say.
about time for another fat president. Fat lives matter. Hashtag fat lives matter.
TJ, next time we go to Walmart, I dare you to ride the scooter around.
I will. Why would we go to Walmart in the first place, though?
52% of America now, I keep seeing all these studies, 52% of American children are obese. Do we want our children to look at the presidency and see it as something attainable? Get a fatty in the presidency.
Yeah, I mean...
my God.
If Hillary Clinton wants my vote, she's got to put on at least 100 pounds.
Fuck it, dude. If John Kasich can run on, hey, I'm from Ohio, I can go, I just want a fat guy. Like, it's the same shit.
Yeah, I think you're right
He's
about that.
appealing to, like, the lowest common denominator with that ad.
Yeah, it's it's not even a political thing. It's just like, yep, he's from here where you are, so vote for him.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm appealing, and I'm really appealing to the upper crust of society with my, hey, let's put a fat guy in office.
Yeah.
I'm going for that lowest common denominator too, man.
Oh my God.
Paul's going for the trailer parks of the world.
No, if you notice, Paul, not only has there not been a fat president for a while, but there also hasn't been a president with any type of facial hair for quite some time too.
That's true.
So sorry, Paul, your kind is not welcome in the White House.
It's bullshit. If you get a fat neckbeard there in the fucking Oval Office, this country fucking turn around.
I know why Paul likes Taft, because he had a fucking insanely huge mustache.
Yep. a big old like curly handlebar mustache. It was
Yeah.
William Taft.
Yeah.
We're learning things on today's Drunken Peasants.
So did, yeah. Well, why not? Why not learn
Fat
something?
fuck.
He was born in Cincinnati.
Taft.
The story you always learn was that, like, they had to build an oversized bathtub for his fat ass to fit into.
That's awesome.
Yes, dude. I want. Oh, look at that man. What a beautiful man.
Look at that mustache. Look at that, man.
That's
You-
about as fat as Paul.
And that's a flattering image of him.
Yeah,
too.
I don't know how tall he was though.
Yeah,
Let's see.
he's probably pretty tall. Most presidents are tall.
Him and Theodore Roosevelt didn't get along at all, and
it's because Taft kept eating all the food off of Roosevelt's plate.
When Taft became president, Roosevelt left the Republican Party and formed a new party and ran for president against him.
The Fuck Fatty Party.
Let's see.
He can't even control his appetite. How is he supposed to control America?
So it says he was 6 feet even, so
There you
not
go.
that tall.
Yeah, I bet he's about my size. That looks about
300
like my level of fat.
He was 316 pounds.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I weighed myself as. I shit you not. In the pre-weigh. The last time I weighed was 360.
You're the reincarnation of President Taft.
I dub thee Paul Taft.
Dude, now someone needs to draw Paul like that.
I guess I should go weigh myself.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, we are midway through the show now.
All right, I'm gonna go do it.
All right. Take a
Independent
picture.
observer.
Take a picture of the weight with your phone.
All right, I'm gonna post this to my Twitter when I do it.
Okay.
I want to make sure it's fucking true.
I would take off your shoes at least. Oh, okay.
Never mind.
Scotty wanted to observe this, but TJ's taking off all of his clothes, so it may be a while. So, if you had to take a guess, what would you say TJ is about to weigh in at?
I don't know. Like, I think he said he was like 265 or 270, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah, no way.
You would
No,
say
you think
over
he's higher?
300?
I'd say I'm gonna put TJ right now at about 290.
290.
I'll go with 310.
310. Damn.
310?
Hey, I gotta highball it.
Yeah, that's way highballing it. That would make him 6 pounds lighter than me.
Oh, he did just take a shit. Okay.
How much poundage do you subtract for a TJ shit? Like
Well, it takes him like an hour. You know what? I'll just go with 300 even.
300, huh?
Yeah, I'm locking it in.
So
300.
Paul, you're saying 260, 270?
Well, that's what I thought TJ said he was like expecting to be. So I'll go on the high end of it and say 275.
275. Now we wait.
Yeah, it just depends, I guess. I mean, I guess I could take the camera in and weigh myself like on camera.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not gonna get naked. I don't need to cheat the extra pound or two. with my clothes.
Get naked, Paul. Naked.
Get naked on the Drunken Peasants. Here, I'm gonna just pick you guys up and try and fucking untangle myself. This bullshit. All right.
Once you get your desktop, it's going to be so much better because then your head won't look gigantic compared to everyone else's.
Yeah, I know. It's coming. The desktop will be here on Monday.
Sweet.
Awesome.
yeah.
Rage Feed will have way more content.
Yes. All right. Let me walk
Yes.
into the bathroom here. See if I can get this. Well, dude, hold on. I gotta put you guys down though to weigh my. Well, I guess I'll pick it up. I'll put it down. I'll weigh myself, and then I'll pick it up and show you guys the weight.
All right. So here's Paul's official weight.
All right, here we go. I'm weighing now.
I'll go with 315.
Oh shit. Well, I've gained about 8 pounds.
Oh shit.
So where are you at?
Well, it just said 322, but the fucking weight went away. So let me try and catch it this time. I may have to like go get a phone and tweet it too, like TJ.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and grab it this time.
All right,
Okay,
TJ.
there it is. There it is. There it is.
297.
Oh shit.
297.
I said 290 because I knew you put weight back on.
Yeah.
297.
I just went a little bit over. I said 300.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, Paul gave you the best.
I was 3 pounds away.
So what is Paul again?
Well, I just weighed at 322.6, but I was trying to capture it with this, with the laptop thing.
So let's record this so we remember. But also, are we going to go with just who loses the most pounds, or are we going to go with the biggest percentage of their weight?
I thought this was a race to see who can lose 30 pounds faster.
Yeah.
All right.
That was my understanding that we were racing to 30.
TJ, what was your weight again?
297.
297.
So I need to get to 267.
And then Paul, what was that again?
322. I don't know if you want to round that up or down. I don't care.
I'll just keep it exactly how it is.
Where it is.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it exactly how it is. And so, when are we going to do this on the next private show? Or no, how are we going to do it? Like a month?
I'd say once a week.
We're just going to have to keep track of it until one of us loses 30 pounds.
We should update you at least once or twice a week.
Okay.
Maybe every Friday show we'll just do another quick weigh-in.
True. We could just do it that way. But yeah, I'm at 297. Paul's at 322. Paul has to get to what? 292
or something. Yeah.
I say me and Scotty train TJ and whip his ass into shape.
Nope.
Yeah, fucking right.
TJ's not interested.
Come into TJ's house, pour a bucket of ice water in the morning, and be like, "Get up, bitch."
Someone heard about my McDonald's story where I drove to go to McDonald's, and they're like, Paul is gonna win this.
Holy shit! Counting you out already.
I had quite a few people tell me that they were betting on me. So I think
it's
this will be a
easier.
referendum.
It's easier for you to lose weight if you have like a higher BMI.
Hey, TJ.
That is true, but I didn't make the rule.
TJ, I'm gonna put $50 on Paul against you right now.
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
Paul's gonna win.
I'll tell you why.
Paul's
I'll
gonna
tell you why
win.
Scotty's doing this, because Scotty can actually like influence TJ and sabotage the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
So that's what's gonna happen.
The money's mine. The money is mine.
Nope.
Wow, TJ.
Oh man, you know what? I think the next few nights can be pizza night. Pizza.
Yeah.
I do want pizza tonight.
Yeah, you
But
can't.
tomorrow,
Dude, you should have ate pizza before you weighed yourself.
well, I had a bunch of big mouth bites over at fucking Chili's, so on the cob and shit.
Sliders.
They're like sliders.
How many would you say you had?
I had I had 3.
Oh,
they come in 4, but
that's all right.
It was pretty. I was
That's
pretty full.
That's not that
I mean, I had
bad,
some
though.
nachos and shit, and I had a bunch of fucking mango fucking Arnold Palmers and shit.
Delicious.
I love Arnold Palmers, man.
Yeah, they're pretty good because I like iced tea, and then you add lemonade. That's a winning combination.
Yeah, and plus I like lemonade, but I can't drink it because it's too acidic by itself. But if I mix it with some iced tea, I can handle that shit.
It's gonna be so bad.
Lemonade on its own is
It's
just
gonna be
too
so bad.
hardcore
Next
for
week when
me.
you weigh more.
Oh man,
Sabotage, dude.
What's
telling y'all is sabotage?
I can tell him right now to his face it's sabotage because you know what? I know it's gonna hit TJ when he's weakest.
there should be a penalty for weighing more. Like if you end up weighing more, like you just like suck ass unbelievably. So I don't know.
We got to figure out what the winner of this is going to get though too.
Yeah, let's establish this now.
Yeah, what does the winner of this even get? Maybe we can open fucking some kind of like GoFundMe or something where the fans can raise like $1,000 or whatever, and the winner can just get the money. Or maybe we can figure something else out.
Of course.
How about
the money's gonna be going to Paul then, dude?
How about if you gain weight, like in the end, if you end up weighing more, and you can't lie about it, you got to prove it.
Sure.
You got to shave your fucking beard off.
So you want to be
so we can see your fat fucking face.
Oh, shit.
You want it
so
to
you
be-
can look at yourself in the mirror every day.
Yes.
So the loser. So you just want there to be a penalty for losing the contest.
I wanted it if you come back and you weigh
If you
more
gain
than
more,
you did.
only if you gain more weight.
Yeah, because you deserve it at that point. If you're like not,
I would be all right with that being the stipulation at the finale of the contest.
Is that what you want? Loser loses their beard, dude. This is totally like wrestling.
Loser loses beard.
Yeah, loser has to shave the beard off and show everybody their fat, ugly, disgusting.
Man, you gotta do it. No, fuck that. You gotta do it live.
Yeah.
You gotta do it fucking live.
All right.
Using Harry's.
Beard for beard. Race to lose 30 pounds.
Yep, there it is. It's on. I'm not losing this beard, TJ. It ain't happening.
You are.
Oh, Paul, you're gonna win. You're gonna win, Paul.
Say goodbye to your beard.
Make sure you want some donuts, man. Tomorrow, man. I'm gonna go Tim Hortons or Dunkin' Donuts.
Why don't you go to Arby's at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever?
TJ,
Nope.
you already lost this.
Nope.
Bye bye, TJ's beard. Bye bye.
Nope.
Holy shit! Someone's losing their beard though. Someone will.
It's gonna be Paul. I know that everyone wants to see White Guilt Paul come back.
Oh yeah. You know what?
We're gonna get a visit from White Guilt
that.
Paul. I wouldn't be surprised if your girlfriend left you and everything.
So look, you guys, you're pretty much willing to do anything to win. So I mean, I don't even know what's gonna be happening.
Rule number one: if you want to win, take ally. That's one thing you could do to win.
What the fuck is ally?
Ally's this dude. I've dropped like 30 pounds in the last 2 months because I'm I am exercising, eating right, but I'm also taking ally, and that shit like makes you lose weight. It's crazy.
I was thinking, Ben, a paid sponsor of Ally.
Ally. No, I mean it.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not.
It also.
I'm going about this. I'm just letting you know my strategy is realistic. Okay, I'm not gonna do the fucking crash diet bullshit because I know I'm not gonna fucking be able to stick that out for long enough to lose the weight. Like I just know. I'm just gonna cut back on my fucking portions. I'm gonna drink nothing but water, and maybe I'll fucking take Dinor out for a walk around the fucking place every once in a while, get some exercise.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I mean that should do it.
TJ, what are you gonna do?
My strategy, I will not divulge.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you want to just, I don't know, like, if I was in a contest like this, the crash diet would be my strategy. Because I would just try to lose 30 pounds, like, really fast.
I guarantee you that by this time next week, I'll be a full 10 pounds lighter.
Wow.
Oh, get fucked, TJ. It's not happening.
It is.
So we'll do the weigh-in, like, every Friday, you think?
Yeah. Next Friday, I guarantee I'll be at 287.
You guarantee it?
I almost guarantee I'll be at 287.
You know what? Oh, okay. So you know, I want another $50 bet with you then. You're not going to lose 10 pounds then.
I will lose 10 pounds.
Bullshit.
I'm not betting on it because it might be that I lose 8 pounds or something, but I guarantee it's going to be fucking.
No, you guaranteed 10, TJ.
Yeah, 10.
You guaranteed fucking 10.
Well, I'm not going to put my money on the line.
Oh, what kind of a guarantee is that?
It's the fucking. You'll just have to fucking wait and see, Scotty.
Okay, TJ.
Hey, do you see the title of that video?
Offer Brett Keane money to sell out.
Yeah.
No, we ain't paying attention to that shit.
He basically says that he's not an atheist situation.
Okay, well, good for him. Congratulations. No one cares. What else we got?
Let's see.
What is the no lips debate? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Let's take a look.
Oh, shit.
How y'all doing today, my
I
African
lied.
people, my comrades in revolution? I have got an amazing,
another
amazing
revolution
treat for y'all today. Now, have you ever seen...
How can anyone stand to listen to this guy? Like, I could not stand to be around him.
How can he call himself a treat? It's like, this is going to be a treat for you guys. It's like, it's a fucking treat when this video's over for me.
CNN or MSNBC or Fox News, where they love to pit black people against each other, right? They have the one black person that represents, like, you know, the movement, or is supposed to be like for the people and stuff, and then they have the other black person who represents white power and is the coon, the bootlicker, you know, the one that likes to jiggle Massa's balls in his mouth, and then they pit them against each other and have them fight, and then for entertainment of white people, you know, eating popcorn and, you know, no seasoning
I don't know.
food at
There's
home,
not,
right?
there's not too many people watching the news eating popcorn. News.
Yeah, that doesn't really make much
Fuck
sense.
movie night. We're gonna watch the news. We're gonna watch black people fight on the news.
Watch Uncle Tom debate, you know, freaking Jamal.
So I was thinking we need to do something like that here at the Uhuru House. So I started thinking, I want to pit cave beast against cave beast, troglodyte against troglodyte, no melanin having ass against no melanin having ass, toilet seat complexion individual against toilet seat complexion individual, lassie haired mother effer against another lassie haired mother effer.
Okay.
So today, my comrades, my Africans, I bring you the No Lips debate of 2016. Uhuru. So the first No Lip debater is Jesse Neville.
Oh God, it's him again.
Yay!
Oh, Jesus.
Here's his fucking pet monkey. His pet monkey. Come here, Jesse.
Jesse, present yourself. Present yourself to the people, Jesse.
You want me to stand right here or over there? Where do I go?
Tell the people who you is, Jesse.
He did it.
I'm Jesse with the...
Hold on. Your tone is kind of loud. This is my office, okay? I don't feel comfortable with your cave ass up in here talking all kinds of different levels and shit, okay? Talk at this level right here. You see this?
Yep.
That's the level that's comfortable in my African office.
Oh my God. Oh, I cannot handle him.
It's like...
I can't believe this is satire.
I think we're supposed to be outraged, like, man, that white, he just pushed that white dude around, but instead it's just like, it's so cringy that you think this is supposed to be like funny or entertaining or anything. It's just painful.
I'm Jesse with the Uhuru Solidarity Movement.
Better, yes. Good. Now, the next No Lip debater is a good friend of mine and y'all's. His name is Larry.
Larry, the cable guy.
Hey, what's going on?
He couldn't even find another white person.
It's a jar of mayo?
Yeah. It's a jar of mayonnaise. I agree, it doesn't have any lips. That is true.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Is he like saying it because like white people don't have as full lips as black people?
Yeah, I didn't realize this until recently, but apparently black people they make fun of us for having small lips.
Oh. Well, whatever.
They were like, how do white people even kiss with them lips? They just go gum to gum. They like...
I've never heard that before. It's whatever.
I just thought about how hard I would laugh if all of the sudden the video paused and it just zoomed in on the white guy's fucking face slowly while sad violin music played.
Everybody. Hello, everybody. Uhuru, Jesse.
Look at him. Uhuru, Larry.
God bless you. Anyways, hey, you guys. I represent...
How long can you take this? Like, how much longer?
I was done as soon as I saw who it was, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I don't know, dude.
Tap out.
White liberals. We also want good for the African.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How?
Who knows?
Every time you pause, though, this white man has an appropriate look on his face.
There was one. The last time we played the video where this white dude was in it with him, we paused it where he was looking at him like he was in love with him. It was hilarious.
Oh my God. This is good shit, man. This is good shit. This is what YouTube's all about.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, let's play something else.
All right. New Crusades Rising. Woo!
Wild Bill returns.
The Crusades of old began after years of Islamic jihad, murdering Christians and Jews, hijacking ships, holding their crews for ransom, and preaching Islamic hate. Well, guess what's happening today? Hello, everybody. Wild Bill for America here, and since Islam is still the same hateful, violent, false religion that it has always been, civilized nations are rising up to one.
So he's saying the Crusades were like a good and justified action by Christians against the evil Islamic Empire.
That's how I've always read it. Yeah. Sounds right.
Once again, push back against Islamic bloodshed, rape, and hatred. Japan has always refused Muslims to live permanently in Japan. They cannot own any property, and any Muslim caught preaching hate is deported immediately, along with their whole family. Cuba just rejected plans for its first mosque. Angola and several African
Yeah, Cuba.
Yeah, the country that normally you would be
Saying
describing as like
Angola?
a shithole.
Is he describing Angola as a idealized country now? What?
Yeah.
What?
You know, Japan doesn't really like immigrants of any kind.
Yeah, Japan
You
accepts.
notice that most Japanese people are of pretty much the same race.
Yeah, they don't accept hardly any refugees. It's like very, very few.
Nations have officially banned Islam. Over 2,000 Muslims have been deported from Norway, and the crime rate dropped 72%. In Germany, 81 mosques were attacked last.
Well, I mean, you claim to be Wild Bill for America, but the Constitution guarantees people can choose their religion. So if you outlaw only one religion, then that kind of goes against all of that, right?
Yeah, I mean, Congress is supposed to make no law. Fucking.
You know what, TJ? Do you want to be
freedom of
safe?
speech.
Do you want to be safe, TJ?
What?
Do you want to be safe? Because you know what, TJ? The Constitution's not going to keep you safe, but banning Muslims will.
I thought the Constitution keeps us safe because it lets us have guns.
You know, when it comes to religion,
Well,
we're
it's
not.
another great thing in the Constitution.
Congress is not supposed to make any law that's like gives special deference to one religion, or any law that says that one religion or any
Well,
religions
TJ,
can't be
we
practiced.
got to ban it. We got to ban it, TJ.
Okay.
They're causing a lot of problems, TJ.
Gotta ban 'em all. Fuck the First Amendment, man.
Year by Germans
Repeal
who
that
are
shit.
fed up with what Islam is doing in their communities. Austrian police arrested 13 men who were targeting the Islamic Jihad recruiters. Gee, I wonder if I could post their bail for them. China has sentenced 22 Muslim imams to 20 years in prison for preaching hatred, and they have executed 18 jihadists. The Czech Republic refuses Islam in that name.
So wait, like, let me get this straight. Muslims are violent, but anytime anyone is violent against Muslims,
it's fine.
That's fine because it's just retaliation all the time. It's not like any people. It's not like those people are being violent. They're just fighting for their own rights. I could post their fucking bail. That's how much I believe in the violence they're doing. I mean, how can you say you're not just as violent at that point? I mean, you're basically supporting violent extremists.
Well,
Just
he's
because
on the
they're
side of
fighting the
what's
violent
right.
extremists. Yeah. Well, you know, yeah, the Bible's right. The Bible's true. The Quran, that's false.
Nation, calling it evil. The state of Alabama is refusing to recognize Sharia law. The Muslims of Northern
hold on.
Ireland.
There's nowhere in America where Sharia law is recognized. What do you mean the state of Alabama? Like the state of Alabama stands alone in not recognizing Sharia law. I mean, what? Nowhere in the U.S. has Sharia law.
As if some, like, Muslim emissary went state to state, was like, do you accept Sharia? And every state but Kentucky or whatever the fuck was like, yeah,
Alabama.
we do. But Kentucky stands strong.
It was
Like, when
Alabama.
was there a bill before the House like, y'all want to adopt this Sharia stuff? Like, what does he mean they rejected Sharia law?
There's
Or
those
refused
fucking
to recognize it.
Those
already been
lily-livered liberals up there in California, they just put Sharia law in, didn't even say no, never mind. But us Alabamians, we fucking stood up and said, no,
Dude, it's
not
just,
here.
It's just a conservative talking point. We've heard it a million times.
Are fleeing from Ireland because the Irish are a rowdy bunch who will not tolerate their women being molested or threats of violence against their communities. The Parliament of the Netherlands is legislating for the removal of all mosques.
Okay, well, also in the Netherlands, you can smoke weed in public, and you can buy prostitutes. Do you agree with that?
I would say he probably doesn't.
Yeah. So I don't understand.
It's very selective. He's a very selective thinker.
Yeah.
It's almost like Wild Bill snuggles up to a country when they do something that fits his anti-Muslim agenda. But then in the next fucking video, he'll be talking about how pretty soon America will be Amsterdam. I mean, who wants a bunch of liberal hippies walking around smoking grass reefer? I mean, you know what I mean? It just, whatever fits your narrative, like you'll snuggle up to that country.
But just on that one issue.
I like how they snuggled up to France when France got attacked. Because they bashed France forever.
Oh yeah, freedom fries. A bunch of socialists live there.
That's because they didn't support the war.
Yeah, they didn't support the
Iraqi
war in Iraq, and
yeah,
I don't know why France was especially
there
singled
was-
out for that, because almost no country supported that shit.
The French were sensible.
They used to be our allies. TJ, they betrayed America.
These are freedom fries now. Fuck French fries.
Yeah, if that's all you can do, oh yeah, that'll teach them a lesson. I mean, newsflash: fries were not actually even created in France. They were created in Belgium.
Oh well, whoop-de-fucking-do, man.
And they're delicious. So
another thing is, I remember there was this linguist or someone someone studies language who was basically saying that language doesn't work that way. When you tell people to substitute freedom for French, all that does is it make a connection in someone's mind that those two things are synonyms. Like, yeah, French equals freedom, same thing. So I mean, like, even it wouldn't even have had the intended consequence, even if it somehow had ridiculously caught on, which it didn't, because it's just fucking retarded. Freedom toast.
I mean, French can mean freedom in a similar way, like how they talk about it here, because they had like a revolution against like a monarchy.
Vive la revolution.
Yeah.
Vive la France. 10-gallon hat.
Saying that they need to cleanse their country from that crime wave. Listen up, America.
Yeah.
Islam has always had one goal, and that is the extermination of all other religions. All non-Muslims.
Isn't that the goal of a lot of religions?
It seems like, I mean, like, when you go around saying that this is a false religion that we got to kick out of our country, it seems to me like you're the one who thinks Christianity's job is to exterminate all other religions. So I mean, like, even if your characterization of Islam is accurate, you're the fucking same way. I mean, you come on this channel all the time talking a bunch of extremist rhetoric and supporting violence and saying that you even want to fucking post the bail.
This needs to be a theocracy, TJ. This needs to be a Christian nation, which it was founded as and which it should always be.
Yeah.
No.
Governments, and yes, to wipe out all non-Muslims. In Islam.
Yeah, I mean, like,
now you're promoting genocide or what?
No. He was saying.
Oh, okay. No.
He was saying.
I guess what
you know, like the kill the infidels thing, and I mean that is true. That
oh yeah,
is.
there's tons of Muslims who are that way.
Yeah, and
Yes,
it
for
does
sure.
say that in the Quran and stuff like that.
Sure.
So yeah,
It
sure.
says a lot of crazy shit in the Bible too.
Right.
But you know, yeah, Islam Muslims by and large, I would say they have a bigger problem with violence than Christianity currently does.
Yes.
Looking at the modern world, no one can
Yeah.
deny that shit.
Absolutely.
But you know, are there no moderate Muslims? I mean, just because someone's Muslim doesn't mean they automatically buy in all this shit. There's plenty of fucking like even Sam Harris, who a lot of people accuse of being Islamophobic. He just wrote a book with a Muslim guy, Mawid, something I can't remember. But I was reading that shit just the other day, you know. So I mean, it's like you can't just fucking lump everyone into one thing. You still have to actually look at individuals and where they stand. You can't just be like these Muslims are crazy, so all Muslims are crazy. I mean, the religion is stupid no matter what. But some of them will actually tolerate criticism. Some of them will actually fucking have legitimate discussions. I get messages from Muslims all the time saying, "Do you want to have a conversation with me about Islam?"
Are they usually westernized though? Like normally they live like in a Western.
Hell, I get people who write me all the time and say, "I'm an atheist, but I live in Saudi Arabia, so I
Wow.
can't say I'm an
Yeah,
atheist
that's
because I'll
hard.
be killed." You know, so there's definitely my videos definitely make it into those countries.
You know, I was thinking today, like Donald Trump said he was going to like ban Muslims from entering the country. How the fuck can you prove someone's a Muslim?
Yeah, I mean, the word. I mean, at the very least, they could just lie. Like, no, I'm not Muslim.
I mean, does he really mean Arabs? I mean,
I think the way he would do it is he would just fucking prohibit or reduce the number of people that are allowed to immigrate from certain countries.
Okay.
It'd probably just be like, oh, you come from.
I knew people that were Arabs that were Catholic that were from Lebanon.
Okay,
You
but
know?
they're Christians. They're
You know
fine.
what? Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Oh no, believe me that I know they're fine. If you're a Christian, they're fine with you. You can move wherever you want because you're a good old Christian. But if you're not a good old Christian, they don't want you to move to America.
How could they prove that though? I don't know.
I think it's usually from like groups they know traditionally to be Christians, like like probably in the Middle East, it'd be like minority sects and like small Christian sects.
We had Gad Sad on here, and he's from Lebanon, but he's Jewish,
Yeah, I mean, like, but trying
he's
to
Jewish Arab.
So that's probably why he was allowed asylum in Canada.
There's pretty much nothing like more un-American than trying to prohibit someone's ability to exercise their religion or to exercise no religion. I mean, that's like one of the core things this country was founded upon was religious freedom, and now it's like, nope, but not for these people. We don't like them.
Yeah,
because it doesn't matter. I don't give a shit if you
the
like
country
them
we
or not.
rebelled from had a state-sponsored religion, and the king or the queen was the head of the religion and the state.
That was kind of the whole thing our ancestors were trying to get away from.
Remember the whole bullshit controversy about the Times Square, or not the Times Square, but like the Ground Zero Mosque?
Oh
yeah, I remember that.
Thought that was
Zero
stupid.
Mosque. Some mosque that was going to be built like 4 blocks away from where Ground Zero was.
4 New York City
It pisses
blocks.
on the
Gigantic
victims of
fucking
9/11.
I don't even think it was actually a mosque. I think it was just like an Islamic, like
it was like a
recreational
YMCA
center. You know, yeah, it was like basically like a Muslim version of the YMCA.
And they're making it sound like that, like people were going to go celebrate. A bunch of Muslims were going to get together and celebrate 9/11 every day.
Well, Trump claims he saw that like outside of his window.
He didn't. He's a liar.
He still, and he doesn't back down from it either. Like, he literally, to this day, still stands
Well,
by
he has
that
no
statement.
evidence. He has no evidence.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
who
like,
gives a shit?
we've actually seen pictures taken from the vantage point he would have had, and there's no fucking way. He was too
I don't
far.
know. TJ, you're trying to look at this Muslim problem with nuance. Sounds like something that, like, a regressive micro-dick would do.
I know.
You're being very regressive.
I should be
right
more
now.
alpha. I should take a more alpha male
Aggressive.
stance.
Yeah, I mean, like, flex your pecs, man.
Yeah.
Glass C. Let's make the Middle East made of glass.
I say we
Kill
just
'em all.
bomb it. Bomb it and take the oil.
Say bomb it back to the Stone Age, but they never left.
You know, we went and bombed it, but I don't think we took any of the oil, or maybe someone kept it for themselves.
Bomb it all. Just nuke them all. Nuke each country, each capital. Just kill them all till there's nothing left.
We don't want to nuke it all because we don't want our oil supply to be radioactive.
Oh man, that just makes your car run even faster.
Oh yeah, it's true. Give it a little extra kick.
Radioactive petroleum.
Every time someone crashes
You
their
know
car,
what?
it's a little
If
nuclear
America's got to
explosion.
switch to solar-powered cars to get rid of the Middle East, I think it's a trade-off even conservatives can swallow.
No way. Sounds like some hippie bullshit.
We just got to power it with shale and coal.
What is it?
Well, shale itself,
It's time to stop pretending no platforming is about freedom of speech. What is no platforming?
It's when you remove some. It's something that feminists do. They try when they can't silence somebody in a traditional way with their ideas. They decide to try and put pressure on the platform that the person is speaking on, so that place won't allow them to speak. So like removal of their venue, basically.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And we're gonna get to hear why that's not a freedom of speech violation.
Right.
Oh, of course.
And we've played this guy's videos on the show before.
As a student currently passing through the higher education system, I can often feel like a specimen placed on exhibit
Passing
at the zoo.
through.
There's this sense of entitlement held by the general public around the idea that they get to hold court on matters they have demonstrated time and time again a complete lack of understanding.
Yeah, well,
Take, for example,
that's just kind of how democracy is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's called the marketplace of ideas, sir. Like, if what do you really have against that? It's like, oh, they're wrong. Well, if they're wrong, then they're wrong. But you still should have the right to have an opinion.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, just because the population of the country is stupid, which I agree they are, it's still better than just some autocratic, authoritarian bullshit, which we already have too much of it as it is.
Yeah, I mean, the problem comes with is who arbits what is worthless speech? Like, who's sitting on the throne going, yep, you can talk because you have a worthwhile, smart idea. No, you can't.
This person right here.
Exactly. And
Well,
there's
with
the
them, it's
problem.
basically it's anyone that buys into their narrative. Those are the people that should be allowed to talk. Those are the people we should listen to. And you notice with these people, it's all the same. They see all the problems. They have the solution. They have the narrative. They have even how you want to, how you need to address people, how you need to talk. They want to just control everything about how you approach these issues and how you would speak on these issues.
This is just Wild Bill on the other side, isn't it? Just, only my point of view should be allowed to exist, and anyone else should just be fuck them. Fuck them. They're garbage. It's like, how about just everyone is allowed to talk?
Yeah.
How about that? And we just all, whatever happens, happens, and you just accept that maybe not your ideas, whether they're good or not, just don't always win out the day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the reality we all have to fucking face.
For the recent outcry over no platforming, an ancient practice that is the very reason.
So what if it's an ancient practice?
It's an ancient practice. What does that fucking mean?
What does that mean?
So is
It's
war.
also-
So is fucking
it's
female
also
genital mutilation.
It's an ancient practice to put fucking fire ants up your nose when you have a cold. It doesn't mean it's a fucking good thing. Like, just because people in more primitive cultures than ours, like, go, me not like what Thag say, me remove rock from underneath Thag, Thag have nothing stand on. You know, like that doesn't mean that we should still be doing it.
TJ, do you think Paul's humors are out of whack?
Paul's what?
His humors.
His humors?
My humors, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
That used to be medicine back in the day.
He knows.
Medicine used to be like keeping a balance between your urinary humor and your stomach humors. You know what I mean? Like, let's go back to that shit, because that's how
So
it's
distressing.
an ancient practice.
Ancient practices are not necessarily good practices. I'm just saying. There's a reason that I don't know about this humors shit, because it's not relevant.
It's bullshit. Yeah.
Just because a bunch of people believed it a long time ago, don't mean it's still a good idea now.
Do you remember that ancient practice when the Mayans used to like take people on top of the pyramid and chop their fucking head off and let it like bounce down the side?
Yeah.
That was an ancient
They
practice.
ripped their hearts out first, Ben.
Well, yeah.
So we got to remember that. You got to fucking have that nice view of someone ripping your heart out of your chest and holding it up to the sun as you go, ah! And then they chop your head off and toss it down the fucking stairs. It's good times, man. And then they throw your body in the river and contaminate their own water supply. It's great. We should bring that back. It's a fucking time-honored fucking tradition. Why not?
These exist in the first place, which has become equated to a violation of human rights. I speak, of course, about the garbage claim that this is the desecration of freedom of speech and expression on campuses in both the UK and the US. But to understand why this is a woefully inadequate synopsis of the current situation, allow me to run an analogy past you. Two of my friends, Carr and Div, set out to...
What are their names?
Carr and Div.
Carr and Div?
Okay.
Did I hear that right? Carr and Div. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Create their own YouTube channel which hosts educational content. Over time, their channel grows in notoriety until they become...
Notoriety? Okay.
...become the very embodiment of educational channels across YouTube.
Sure.
Hosting regular content created both by Carr and by Div internally, but also by numerous guest creators sourced externally. These external content creators submit ideas for their videos and many get through. However, a few do not. For some reason, whether it is the content is observably wrong, promotes violence or intolerance towards a specific demographic, or is even right yet for all of the wrong reasons, or a combination of all three, some content is rejected. One of the people rejected...
This analogy does not hold up.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
This analogy does not work.
That's just editorial discretion. That's not the same thing as deplatforming someone. If you control the platform, then yeah, you can control who uses it. If I own a stage, I can decide what performances can happen on that fucking stage.
Yeah, the entire idea of freedom of speech is that we all share responsibility for the platform. That means everybody gets to speak their mind wherever they want. Wherever they're invited to come speak, they get to give that speech.
And if no one invites them, they can fucking set up a fucking soapbox in fucking public square and go shout.
Well, let's just be realistic. This is basically antithetical to the values of free speech, and this guy is trying to sit here and sell it like it's, oh, well, these are really just bad, offensive, violent ideas, so we have to suppress them for this, for good reasons. But you don't get to be the arbiter of what is good and what's bad and what we should suppress and what we should not suppress. That's what we're arguing against.
How about we just don't suppress anything?
Insult to this and claims that their freedom of speech has in fact been violated. Of course, this is not true. Nobody has attempted to stop the individual from having their freedom of speech. Rather simply, both Carr and Diff just have no interest in using their resources they have gathered from providing educational material towards promoting ignorance
the students should
and
control who is
intolerance.
booked at the school or not. Why do
he's talking about that. He's talking about their YouTube. He's talking about these two YouTube.
Well, no,
channels.
the YouTube analogy is stupid. I'm saying, well, let's talk about the real issue that he's really the analogy is about. It's basically people trying to speak at universities and not being allowed to speak, and these feminists taking away the venue. How is that not? If it was a group of feminists that gathered, and we went there and pulled fire alarms and just disrupted the event, so they could not remove us without having to close the event down, would he not? Would he be saying, you know what, that's their right? No, he'd be saying we're further marginalizing and disempowering this group of women.
Let's do it and see.
Racism and misogyny are power plus prejudice, though, Scotty. So if we did it because we are the powerful people in the society, white Christian males, if we did it, then it would be a violation of free speech. But when feminists get together and try and decide what ideas can be presented on a college campus, that's just deplatforming. That's totally different.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. So right.
This is no platforming. Refusing to give someone a platform you control and the associated resources of time, space, and equipment.
Feminists
now,
do not
if down to
control
human error,
college
Carr
campuses.
had approved some
Do they not?
They do not.
No.
They do not. No group of students, no black student union, no Latino student union, no feminist student union owns the fucking college campus and gets to be the arbiter of what kind of speech is okay for everybody on campus to hear.
Don't they though, Paul?
Well, they wish.
Well, it seems like they do because so many events have been canceled. Like Milo had his little dangerous faggot tour that was supposed to go to a bunch of. It was supposed to come here, but a bunch of dates were canceled because of this kind of pressure. So it seems like they actually do, from a practical standpoint,
These people
have
should
this
really,
power.
yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? That they should really be ashamed of themselves because how can they honestly sit there and say we're all about free speech and then silence someone from speaking at a university because they don't agree with them?
In all fairness, I don't really hear feminists going around saying they're all about free speech.
Well, no, I mean they don't usually say that, but you think they would be because look, if their views are really these marginalized views that society is really trying to keep down, shouldn't we try to suppress their speech then?
Look, someone went around with a fucking petition over at Yale trying to say we're fucking collecting signatures against the First Amendment. A bunch of people signed it. Like, yeah, about fucking time. So, I mean, that's the attitude a lot of people have. They don't believe in freedom of speech. They believe that their kind of speech should prevail and everyone else's should just go away.
Well, that being the case, this guy still doesn't get to paint a false dichotomy between no platforming and free speech violation. If you're going to be that way, then come out and say it. Like I said, put your fucking ideas out there in the marketplace. Don't sit and try and pretend that what you're doing isn't pulling the rug out from somebody who was going to give a speech. Because if Anita Sarkeesian was coming to the school and a bunch of MGTOWs got together and no platformed her, you'd be making an angry, long-haired, moldy-faced video about it.
Remember the threats against her, and then she couldn't speak? And then it was they're taking away her ability to speak. They're silencing Anita.
Yeah, it's bad.
So terrible.
Content and uploaded it, only for Diff to view it and then realize a massive oversight on part of Carr, leading to Diff to protest the content's existence on their channel, ultimately leading to the removal of said content. That is still not the silencing of free speech. People make mistakes
It's not
all
the same
time.
thing. It's not the same thing at all.
Unless they have a contracted agreement, they are in no way obligated to continue to share their resources and time and audience with a third party. This is the very same for universities,
this is a
and is in
terribly
fact
flawed
the
analogy.
entire base of them. A university moderates the academic vigor of its educational content to ensure high standards. The better the moderation, the better the standards, the better the university. A failure
So you want to decide what you
moderate.
say?
So basically, you're saying what you're basically saying is the less ideas are allowed in, the better it is.
No, the less bad ideas is what essentially what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, but there's no objective fucking standard of what's good and what's bad. I mean, like, especially when it comes to subjective bullshit.
If it's SJW bullshit that like he's spewing, then it's fine. If it's not, then it shouldn't be allowed. It's moderation, TJ.
Okay. It's just moderation. We're just making sure people get a good education by not allowing certain people to speak.
And certain ideas to be presented because they're problematic ideas.
We don't need these ideas here. We don't want to actually have to argue and defend our positions.
This guy is making the mistake of conflating control of a university with being a feminist on campus. Like, it's not the same thing. Like, just because you have this idea about what kind of speech is okay doesn't mean then you get to use the university as an apparatus to silence all other speech. It doesn't work that way. And any university that does work that way is poorer for it, not richer.
I agree. This is garbage. Let's watch something else. Where's the fucking mouse thing?
I got it.
He's got it.
This one's called "The Europeans Are from Mars."
Neat.
Okay, first, I'm about to drop some supreme math that the world hasn't even heard yet. Only a few. It's just supreme math. And I know everybody heard of Yaku, the big-headed scientist. Let me tell you that's falsehood. He didn't graft no European or no Caucasian. That's not facts. The original on this planet right now, there's no original Caucasian. None of them are originals. The original Caucasian came from Mars. That's why when the Caucasians now get wet, they smell the way they smell. And Caucasians and Europeans, I'm not saying this to bash your race.
Yeah, it's been doing it for a while. I feel like we've watched this before. I really feel like I've heard this shit. I don't know if maybe we listened to someone else who talked this crazy shit. But I swear I've heard this white people are from Mars shit talked about before on this show.
That may have been a different.
There was
video.
wasn't it white people or aliens or something?
Yeah. It wasn't like I don't know if they mentioned Mars specifically in that one.
Let's go.
Or was it Asians or aliens? Something like that.
I think we're going to remove this guy's platform.
Yeah, we are going to remove it by ending the show now.
Yeah, we're going to end the show and go to the post show.
We'll see you guys in the post show. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Boom. Check out the post show, yo.
Post show.